that he would get angry and then they would like cars and grab his radio listen. I could see I could hear it. And so they're like, you're going to do that. Like, I can't look around because so I feel like that, you know, that was talking.
Did you know you're talking? Maybe the cake is only for somebody already cut in. And you did. You did.
I was locked out. Yeah.
Yeah.
Could you take me on the ride home and put it on YouTube? Yeah.
What were you talking about?
I was just kind of out of it. I was fine. Like, just totally groggy. Not myself. So, yeah. Oh.
Like, I would totally, like, somehow, yep, I was okay, now I'm good.
There's a great friend of ours.
Yes.
The doctor?
Yeah, she was fine. That's why I was like, that little piece of cake all good.
Okay, we're starting in 2 minutes.
And then we learn the
What are the other
what flavor are the cupcakes?
You know my kids, like, red velvet.
Right. You left the house, you must
Test. Testing.
Can Mom, can you clip my shirt?
No. Okay, we're gonna be on in a minute. They can hear you.
Wait, where are you going to?
They're gonna make funny faces or something. They're watching you on TV. See, look, Tracy just sent a picture.
Oh.
Tracy says she wants a shout out from you. Do some dance moves, Lincoln.
Are there any Star Wars moves that you know? Like, does Star Wars do anything?
No.
Luke Skywalker doesn't do anything with like his saber or Darth Vader? Uh-oh. Oh my goodness. Look at him.
Please do your dance. Testing the phone. Okay, let's not do that. Okay, you ready?
Buried in your bones, there's an ache that you can't ignore. Taking your breath, stealing your mind, and all that was real is left
a minute.
behind.
So we're gonna start in a minute.
We're going to get started in a minute. Everybody okay?
Just surrender because you feel the feeling. It's fire, it's freedom, it's
me.
Mommy, I want to do it.
Hold on.
Can I do it, Mommy?
You're going to do it.
Oh.
Inside your I didn't know this was a costume. Yeah, that's good. Huh? Thank you. I appreciate it. He just said I have a nice costume. Okay, are you guys ready to get started? Okay, so I have a little surprise for everyone. We have a guest speaker for the first few minutes. And the reason why I decided to bring Lincoln up is that when I was 20 years old in Mary Kay, my number one motivator was seeing the children of national sales directors and just seeing what opportunities were available to them. And that was a motivator because I didn't have my kids yet. And so I would just see like the options they could give their kids and what kind of schools they could put them in or opportunities or travel. And so we have not rehearsed this at all. So this could really backfire on me. But we're excited. Are you ready?
Yeah.
And then he's going to go off to bed because it's bedtime, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you have to kind of talk into my microphone. So tell everyone your name.
My name is Lincoln James Carta.
But you can look it that way.
My name is Lincoln James Carta.
Lincoln James Carta. Okay, and Lincoln, I think a few questions I have for you is number one, what is your favorite thing about mommy being in Mary Kay?
That's easy. That you get to earn pink Cadillacs and you earn a ton of money to get tickets for Disneyland, which I love about Mary Kay.
I love that about Mary Kay too. Okay, so sometimes some of the mommies that are watching, they feel, do you know what the word guilty means?
No.
Okay, they feel bad because like maybe they have to go, like, you know, sometimes mommy goes to a skincare class on a Sunday.
Yeah.
And so you're home with dad.
Yeah.
Sometimes some of the mommies feel bad about leaving their kids. So how do you feel when mommy goes to parties?
I feel fine. The sea earns a ton of money.
He feels fine. I hope you guys can hear. Can someone just like text me? I want to make sure you guys can hear him. There's like a delay. Huh? Okay. Someone will send me a text. I think Tracy's watching. I just want to make sure y'all can hear him. And there's like a 20-second delay. Can I have your toy, please? Yes. Okay. So what is your number one piece of advice that you would give to people that are starting their Mary Kay business?
If you leave your kids, the more money you get, the more the merrier. That is all I have, pretty much.
Okay, the more the merrier. Okay.
Yes, the more the merrier.
Okay, perfect. All right, they can hear you. All right, so you guys help me think of another, what would you guys want to hear from a Mary Kay kid? What has mommy done in her Mary Kay business that you're most proud of?
That's the earner pink Cadillac.
Yeah, really. And what do we say about people that drive pink Cadillacs? What do you tell me all the time?
I don't know.
They're a Mary Kay.
National sales.
Well, no, you say Mary Kay
Superstar.
So when he finds out someone's in a pink Cadillac, he goes, "Oh, mom, they're a superstar. They're a Mary Kay superstar."
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we talked about leaving your kids to make more money. That was your piece of advice. How do you think? How does Daddy feel about mom doing Mary Kay?
Good. He just did this.
He just did a thumbs up. Okay. Yeah, Dad's back there too. Okay. And what about Kennedy and Reagan? What do you think that they think about it?
I think they miss you so much once you go away, pretty much. But I'm glad that they get to see you in the morning.
They do. I'm always here in the morning, huh?
Yeah. You're always here in the morning.
And what do we do every morning for like 30 minutes? What's our tradition?
Snuggle.
We do that for 30 minutes every morning. What time do you come in and we snuggle? 7 o'clock.
Or 7:10.
And then what do we do while we snuggle? What do we?
Look at Time Hop.
We look at Time Hop because we like looking at pictures of when you were a baby, huh? Yeah. Okay. And then I guess the last thing I would say is there's some girls that are afraid to do their Mary Kay business. Like they're afraid to get started because they're afraid someone might tell them no or not buy anything. So what would you tell them?
I would tell them that you have to do it. You have to earn your pink Cadillac. Or you're not a Mary Kay superstar. It is so tricky if you're not a Mary Kay superstar.
It's true. It is tricky. Okay. And what does someone need to do to become a national sales director?
You need to work really hard.
That's true. Okay. And then last but not least, with your most energy possible, and I'm not going to say it, can you tell them your affirmation that we say every night?
Yeah.
And stand in your affirmation pose. Okay, go ahead.
I do I'm smart, I'm an inventor, I'm a pink Cadillac seller, and then I like
No, like do it for real. Like if you were really doing it, like how we do it before bed.
I do it like this. I am smart, I am brave, I am courageous, I make friends easily. I'm an inventor. My name is Lincoln James Carter.
Woo! Yay, Lincoln! Okay, and with that, it is your bedtime. Is there any last words you want to say to the people?
If you earn your pink Cadillac, and after that, you'll be a national sales director, which will be amazing. And that means you'll be Queen of Mary Kay.
And on that note, Lincoln Carter. Okay, love you. Good night.
Mom, I love you.
All right, can't wait for morning snuggles. It's a date. Okay, now he's going around the room and saying goodnight to everybody. So anyway, okay. Well, welcome to Pacesetters. How fun was that? He got really excited to be on TV. So, all right, tonight's going to be really fun. I have a lot of fun things planned. We're going to actually do a live skincare class. When my neighbors found out that there was going to be about 800 people watching live, they turned me down. So we have girls here, but we're going to act like it's just a regular skincare class. So I have my kitchen table set up. So I'm going to take you guys over there in a few minutes. And I'm not going to be pausing during the skincare class. And so I just want you to take notes. Like when you're taking notes, don't necessarily do what I'm doing. And we are going to record it separately. So I'll have the video available for y'all to watch again. So don't feel like you have to record it. Like I'll get that to you. But what I want you to pay attention to is write down nuggets of things that you don't do. Like, oh, and I want you to really analyze everything I'm doing. So if you see me hand a certain bottle to someone, like ask yourself, why did she do that? You need to know that everything that I do in the skincare class has a strategic purpose. Every single little thing. And then when we come back, I'm going to ask you what are some of the things that you notice that maybe you don't do. And I'm going to give you a breakdown on the psychology behind why we do what we do. The other thing that you're going to see is you're going to see me reference my notes a lot. The reason why I want to do that is I want to squish one of the stories that y'all are going to tell yourself tonight. I love you too, honey. Good night. I want to squish one of the stories that y'all will easily tell yourselves tonight, and that is, oh my gosh, Leah has such a perfect skincare class. There's no way I could ever duplicate this. And I have a good skincare class, and I'm kind of hoping I kind of mess up tonight because that's normal. Like sometimes I mess up. And so I want you to know, though, that this is just because it's years of duplication and perfecting and doing it over and over and over again. As a national sales director, I don't necessarily need to be out in the field holding skincare classes. The only reason why I do, there's two reasons. The first is that it's important that I stay relevant. Like if I get rusty, there was a season that I was out of the field for a couple of months, and then coming back was like the scariest thing. And so I want you to know that if you hit pause on your button, I feel like or on your Mary Kay button, it is so much more stressful in your business. Like because I have experienced that stress. Stopping causes more stress than the just keep going. Even when it's tough, even when it's hard, even when you have a setback, to keep going. And so I want you to know that practice doesn't make perfect. What's the saying? Practice makes progress. Practice makes permanent. And so this is not about being perfect. So I don't want you to play the comparison game. And I want you to know the only reason why my skincare class might be better than yours is because I have done a ton more. The second reason why I still hold skincare classes is that it's important to me that when I come up to a recruit, you know, my national income is something that I have built over years, and you all have the opportunity to build that too. And one thing I love about Mary Kay is that you can build great wealth in this business, but it does take hard work and it takes time. I was making a six-figure income within a year, but I wasn't making $200,000 a year until like 4 or 5 years in. And there's some people that have done it faster. That was just how fast I was willing to go. And so it really is, you know, you were in the driver's seat. And so I tell you this because when I am, and especially for sales directors, I need you to kind of key this in too. But when you're at a sharing appointment with someone, I don't want them to look at me and go, oh, well, she's just the top of Mary Kay and she's making all this money off all the people or whatever. I want to be able to slide my sales slips across and say, these are the last 30 days of my sales. This is money that can feed your family. And then I'm always super intentional. You guys will see my family go to Disneyland in a couple of months. And one of the things that you need to know is that 100% of that trip is paid for from my Mary Kay sales. 100%. And I do that to stay relevant because that means that you can relate to me on that because you just as well can go hold a skincare class as I can hold a skincare class. I also need you to know that $0 parties happen. I need you to register that in your brain. But how your attitude is, how your pick yourself up, gumptionist, whatever you want to call that is, really does determine how far you go in this business. And so even as a national sales director, there is days where I have a $0 day. Like I have had 4 back-to-back $0 parties before, but I've also had 4 back-to-back $1,000 parties before. But you don't know if you're going to quit. I have to give a shout out to one of our sales directors, Ashley. She just had a baby like not that long ago, and she had her first like go back out into the field. I'm recovered now, go hold some parties. And she shared with us that she wasn't feeling that confident. I mean, you guys, if you've had a baby before, you kind of know those first couple months, you're just like, blah. And so, but she made herself go out because she was committed. And so she had this party. She only sold $100. $100 better than nothing. But one thing that she resolved since starting Pacesetters was that she was going to be more consistent with her follow-up. And so she went ahead and she started text messaging, following up, hey, I know that you didn't buy anything at the party, but I just wanted to check in and see how you like the skincare. One of the ladies that was there, so it happened to be, it was the group of friends, like they were all, like there was a bride and a lot of them were bridesmaids. And so the lady said, actually, I'm so glad that you text messaged me. I had so much fun. I'd love to get together with you to buy a couple things for the girls at the party as like a little gift. And that was from follow-up. And so Ashley was like, oh, that's cool. And she's thinking she's going to buy them all like a eye makeup remover or something like that. And so she meets up with this woman and the lady sits down and goes, okay, my budget is $1,300. And so, Ashley created these cute little roll-up bags and all these things. And you guys, the fortune is in the follow-up. The fortune is in the follow-up. Like, what if Ashley had sat at home and said, like, I just don't feel like it. But she has dreams that far exceed her circumstances right now for her 2 little boys and her husband. And she's got goals. And so Ashley, like, I've been crazy busy today since I heard your box. But I just want to personally tell you how proud I am of you. That is someone with grit. That is someone with determination. And it is no consequence, I can't think of the word, coincidence that happened, because I really do believe that God blesses our efforts when we choose to show up and show up powerfully, even when we don't feel like it. So congratulations to you, my friend. I hope you don't spend it all at once. Okay. All right, so what I would love to do really quick is I want to hear wins from last week. And so if you had a win from last week, like Ashley, and it doesn't have to be $1,300, maybe you just called someone and you were scared to. And so if you're here in my home, I'm going to bring you up. Otherwise, if you want to hop on Twitter, which I've not downloaded on my new phone, so I'll borrow someone's Twitter maybe, if someone could just pull up the hashtag. And our hashtag is Llama Mama 2018, right? 2018. So tell me what your wins are. Like maybe you had a $500 party. Maybe you got a new team member, whatever it is. So hashtag it. So anyone in my house right now, did anyone have a win that they were excited about this week? Alicia, come on up. She has to go over all the chords and all the things.
One person had a question on the page. She said, so is it starting over? I'm so I think with like the thing over there.
No, it's going to be one stream. I'm just going to take my computer with me. Yes. So in one stream, I'm going to be going over to my kitchen table, but we have a laptop, so we're going to just move it. Okay, so come on in, tell everyone who you are and whose unit you're in.
I'm in Jocelyn Pond's unit. My name's Alicia Berger. Just moved to Texas and have my first brand new Texas team member. And then also off of voucher 2, it was to send the 15 texts, so I sent them out. Did a video and a survey and have a girl who I'm sending an agreement to.
Yay,
so.
Awesome. Yay, yay. Okay, anyone else here? Don't be shy. Any wins? Any wins? Blair, come on up, Blair. Blair has really fantastic shoes. Like I want to boost her up so y'all can see her. She's got these like zebra cowboy boots, but they're like pearled. And those are really, just take your boot off. They all want to see. Just take it off. Don't fall. Look at you guys. Isn't that so fun? Those are like sales director boots, like when we go to Nashville for leadership. Just saying. And look at the cute little pearls. Isn't that adorable? Okay. All right. No, that's Blair. That's her boot. Here's Blair. Oh, I have to get, okay.
Yeah. I'm Blair, and I sent out a script for the anniversary on Thursday, and I sold $800. $800
from the script. So did you do text messages? Is that what you did?
I sent text messages and then Facebook messages.
Awesome. Okay, good. Awesome. Congratulations. All right, anybody else? Otherwise, I'll borrow Jessica's phone. We're getting the internet connected. Does anyone have good internet? I didn't download Twitter yet on my phone. I had to get a new phone. Okay, well, while we're working that out on the wins, luckily you can't see my arms. You guys, if I look avocado brown, because earlier that was the color I was, like when an avocado goes bad, I have makeup all over my body. We went to Galveston for the weekend, and they have killer mosquitoes there. I have never experienced anything like that. They bite you through your clothes. Like, it was horrific. We were like, having the kids go out to the car to go to the beach, and it was something out of a horror movie. And Kenthy's like, ah! Like it was horrific. And so like We went with our friends the Nichols, and they texted earlier, and they're like, they had like Cruz/43, like he had 43 mosquito bites. And like we haven't counted ours yet, but I have welts all over my butt. Like they bit my butt, like through my pants. Like, so the whole weekend we're all scratching, and there was no like judgment. We're all scratching our butts, and like it was horrible. They're sandflies. Okay, that's refreshing.
They like bite awful. Like hard.
Oh, it's terrible. It was horrible. Okay, we got Twitter up. Okay. What? We did that. We had charcoal mask, and we charcoal masked everything, and I convinced myself that it worked a little bit. But anyway, okay, so let me give you some ahas here. So Rosanna Howard, oh, this is awesome. She had a $500 follow-up class, and everyone left with a roll-up bag. Amanda at Amanda688455110, she booked her very first party. Your scripts work, and the least likely person on my chicken list said yes. Did you guys hear that? Someone said my scripts actually work. That's a concept. Okay, Amanda, which by the way, okay, Amanda, you sent me something. So thank you to everyone who sent the llama gifts. I had so much fun. I got a stuffed llama. I got bring that, whatever I'm going to blow up and ride. I have a llama pillowcase cover. And then Alicia came today with a inflatable llama noodle. It's a noodle, and it's a llama. So you can ride llamas, apparently. All right, so Cody and I are going to have fun with that one. Okay, anyway, I have to be semi-inappropriate. Okay, Callie Ellsworth earned her Diamond Star. Nina Stewart got a new team member. And then let's see, people are posting pretty selfies. Let me see. Elizabeth Betts made Star Consultant for her very first time. Cheryl was an Emerald Star and a new consultant who's been in Mary Kay less than 2 months at Pearl Star on target car. Taylor at Taylor407-16489. Is that your phone number, guys? Like, why are these so long? 407. No, it's not our phone number. Okay. Took new holiday products to work and some new brows and sold 112 in miscellaneous items throughout the day. Awesome, awesome. Amanda Martin doesn't have a Twitter, but her win is that she sold a brow tint. Teresa Garcia signed a new team member on Friday. Caitlin Murchie had one party, signed one team member, and then did follow-ups of $800. Allison followed up with a potential recruit, and she said no, which I like. Okay, let me refresh. Okay, Taylor, I said that already. Okay, Emily Lindsay had a $350 party and booked about 20 more parties. Oh, wow. Emily, that is incredible.
Erin Morgan worked like a beast and finished her star from Gail Scott.
Erin Morgan worked like a beast and finished her Emerald Star, which is awesome. Okay, all right, and I will go over some of those later because we're going to dive right in. Thank you. Okay, so before we get into the skincare class, I have an aha moment to share with y'all. Are you ready? And I'm so glad that this happened because it's such a good, like, teachable moment. So some of you are going to get kind of peeved at me because I'm going to call you out. But I need you to know that where this comes from is a place of love, and I want you to be better. And I want to teach you how I think, and I want to teach you how the top people in Mary Kay think. So let's take a moment to talk about our vouchers, okay? I ignored a ton of messages on, when were they due? Friday. I purposely ignored a ton of you because I was watching to see what you would do. So here is my rule book. If one person from their cell phone and their computer can log into my website, the problem is not me. Problem is not me. The problem is you if it doesn't work, okay? And same with like our live stream. If one person can hear me clearly and see me clearly and there's no lag, then that means that it works, okay? So a lot of people threw in the towel and were extremely frustrated because for whatever reason they couldn't get it to work. This is where I need to teach you the art of the pivot because you don't have it down. And this could be one of the reasons why you've been held back, not just in Mary Kay, but maybe other areas of your life, because you give up when it gets tough. Let's talk about pivot options. Okay, so I log on, the website doesn't work. The first thing I can do is text my sales director, hey, is it just me or is this not working? get a response from her. Like I saw Leah Cade, she's a sales director. She responded and said, everything is working for me from my phone and my computer. Okay, so that tells you something is wrong on my end if it's working for at least one other person. Okay, second thing that could have happened. Grandma, can I come over to your house for 5 minutes and use your computer? Okay, maybe your grandma doesn't live local to you because some of you are already telling yourself these stories. Okay, there's something called the public library and they have free internet there. They do. Okay, also you could call your best friend. You could go see your neighbor. You could have even called your sales director and said, I have tried all of these things and have not been successful. Is there any way, can I bribe you with a Starbucks and I will read you my voucher and will you submit it for me? When we pivot, you guys, it means that when there is a wall, there is nothing that is going to stop us. And so I want to challenge you and hear me. Like I know some of you are really ticked at me right now for calling you out on this, but it's the truth. It is the truth. You cannot have something like this. Like if you had a hard time with this voucher, you guys, like you have to have, and you still have a bad attitude about it after we had this little chat, you need to have a serious talk with yourself if being in business for yourself is for you. Not just Mary Kay, like in general, if being in business for yourself is for you. Because that's part of being an entrepreneur is that you have to figure things out. When things get tough, you have to figure them out. And so I want that to be your mantra and let that be a learning lesson for all of us. And I'm not like, hear me, I'm not upset with anyone. I just wanted to kick back and watch, see what would happen. It's like a social experiment. And so those of you that like had a hard time, like ask yourself about that. Or maybe you're not as technology, or maybe you're technology challenged. And so, do you have a grandchild or a son or a daughter who knows what they're doing? There are people that will help you. Like you could have even posted on Facebook and said, hey, will someone help me for 5 minutes? In return, I'll give you a mascara. Like there are so many options that we could have worked with, you guys. And so I want to challenge you moving forward. When you hit that wall, what do you need to do to pivot? What do you need to do to pivot? Okay, 2 other things I want to share with you. One is save your vouchers. So on the very last voucher, you're going to be asked for a cumulative number of points. So save your vouchers as you're working on them. And then also starting this week, and I'll have a little splash page on this with all the details as soon as Pacesetters is over tonight, but we have Peak into Pink starting this week. And it's kind of like a sweep week. So Tuesday, the fabulous Kelly Brock is going to be our first speaker. And so there will be an event invitation. You can invite people. I want to encourage you guys, like, don't just go through and be that annoying person and invite your whole Facebook friends list. Like that is annoying. So don't do that. You're going to message people. I'm going to give you a script and you're going to message people. When they respond yes, you're going to add them. Okay? Playing full out is doing it that way. Playing like a chicken and a checkboxer is adding everyone in your Facebook. And then that makes my job and everyone else's job harder because now you are a scary K. Just saying. Okay? You're a scary K. And if you don't know what one is, then you might be one. Okay? All right. So just look at your sales director like, is she talking about me? And your director will be like, maybe we'll chat afterwards. She'll smile at you. Okay. All right. And so Kelly Brock is Tuesday night. And so this is good. They're all going to be at 9 p.m. Eastern. So if you're in Texas, that's 8 p.m. California, 6 p.m. And they can watch. I also will have the recording available for like 12 hours after until the next day or something. So if they can't watch it live, it's fine. They can pop on. It's going to prompt them to fill out a little survey, and then we'll do a drawing from that. Sales directors, I will have the survey results. I will post them in our Boxer groups for you. Speaking of groups, if consultants are trying to add people to our Facebook group, we're not adding them. So if you're not in the Facebook group yet, your sales director needs to add you, because I don't know all the consultants' names. And so to me, it just looks like random people. So directors, if you have people that are not in yet, you need to add them, por favor. Okay, so back to Kelly. So a little bit about Kelly. First of all, when you see Kelly, you're gonna love her. She's the sweetest person ever, but she's like drop dead gorgeous. And she should really just do the Peek into Pink naked because she's got an incredible life. And she's had 2 kids. So we would have a lot of viewers. We would. It'd all be men, but we would have viewers. Okay, no. But really, she's fabulous. So she's super sweet. She's super positive. And Kelly has 2 kids under 3, right? 2 under 3. Her husband works full time. And she's just kind of your all-American girl. So like, if you know all-American girls, Kelly Brock is your chick, okay? So she's Tuesday. Thursday is going to be Pam Garner Moore. And Pam's daughter, I talked about last week, Riley, is in DIQ. Riley just turned 18. And Pam is a single mom. And so she's done most of her Mary Kay business. I think she was a single mom when Riley was like 1 or 2 years old. So she's been a single mom almost all of her Mary Kay career. And it's like a family business. Like her mom is a sales director. It's really fun. So Pam is awesome. So if you know someone who is coming from, maybe they've worked a long time in corporate or they have older children, Pam is your person. And then Sunday is me. Don't be scared. It's me. But so I'm good for people that are crazy. That's what I'm good for. No, people that have 3 kids under 5. That would be good. And then just, I think, I don't know, what this is weird talking about myself. I would be good for people that like to travel a lot, that are direct people. I'm very direct. Don't give me a softie because I'll like, what are you doing with your life? You need to do Mary Kay. No, I won't do that. But anyway, so people that are direct, and so it'll be a good time. So we'll do a drawing and all those things. So watch out for that and the scripts, and you guys will have all of that. Okay. Let me see if I'm missing anything. Okay, so we are going to start the skincare class. And like I said, I'm not going to pause during it. I'm kind of hoping I mess up, so I'm relatable. And I'm going to take my laptop around my kitchen, which is not the cleanest right now, but we're going to be okay with that. And then what I'm going to encourage you to do is that at the end of the party, turn to your sales director and say, is this the format you want me to do? Because I might do some things at this party that your sales director is adamantly against. And so I want your sales director trumps me, okay? It's not like anything weird or shady, but the products that I use, she might be like, don't do that. That's not how we do it. And so if she does that, just do it behind her back. Don't tell her. No, just kidding. But no, just have a good chat with her, or she can call me or whatever. So I'm just preparing everyone, okay? I might rock the boat a little bit tonight. Okay. All right, so we ready to have fun? Okay, so I'm going to have my girls go sit down at the skincare class. We're going to...
Leah, somebody said, where do we find voucher 2 for directors?
It will be sent to them when when the first one's due. The first one's due tonight, so the directors, you'll get yours in the Voxer group tomorrow. Okay. So we're just going to move. And if you guys want to scoot over there, I'm taking my shoes off.
She thinks that you're saying she's scared to send all those messages.
No.
That's not what scary
No. Scary. Okay, here's the definition of Scary K.
She's new to
Scary K. No, Scary K is the person who posts Mary Kay 24/7. You never post photos of your kids. It's always like, I'm running a sale. You should buy this. Like, it's all you do. That is Scary K. Or you're that person and someone says, I'm not interested. And you're like, well, why not? Why aren't you interested? You should be interested because your face is going to fall off. Like, that's a Scary K. So you're not a Scary K for, but I'm glad that you clarified because I don't want people thinking that. Okay. So before I put my computer on, I'm going to show you all really quick how I start with the satin hands. Okay, so let's pretend, for pretend's sake, let's pretend that, so Alicia, you just got to the party. I'm waiting on my stragglers. You guys aren't in yet. Okay, so you guys see my table is set up. And I'll go over this later, okay? So Alicia just came in, and so I'm going to say, hey, come on into the kitchen. Let's get you a hand treatment. Perfect. Can you, yeah, perfect. Okay. We're just going to, can we move these cupcakes off of here? Just like, I'm going to use the stand.
Oh, yes.
I mean, don't like slide them off. I'm like, throw them out. Throw the cupcakes. No. Okay. Okay. All right, so go ahead and take off your rings if you're wearing any. So how do you know our hostess, Jessica?
So we are neighbors.
Awesome. Okay, well, my name is Leah, and what was your name again?
Alicia.
Alicia, it's nice to meet you. Okay, so I'm super excited. I'm going to go ahead and get you started while we're waiting for the other guests on a hand treatment. And this is one of my favorite things in Mary Kay, especially because of the Texas weather that we have. Do you get like really dry hands during the winter? Okay, so you're going to love this. So this first one is a protecting softener. It actually has traces of beeswax in it, and so it's going to really just hydrate the skin, and I'm going to go just rub it on for you. You guys can see I'm doing it for her. Okay. So I'm just going to give you a little hand massage. So do you have any children?
I do. I have one. She's 8.
Oh, that's awesome. And what's her name?
Bella.
Oh, it's a beautiful name. And are you married? What does your husband do?
My husband is active duty Army, so we've been married for 10 years.
Awesome. So have you deployed a bunch, or what is?
So he's deployed once. We've just moved a lot.
Okay.
We've moved about every 3
years.
Oh my goodness. And where does your family live?
I'm from Texas.
You're
Born
from
and raised.
Texas?
Yes.
Oh, good. I'm so glad you're here with your family. Okay, good. And then so your daughter is 8. So is she in second grade? Okay. And what's her personality like?
She's a social butterfly, which is great since she is a military brat and we move a lot. She's
Yes.
a kid that can talk to a wall.
And would you say that you're a social butterfly too?
I am.
You
I'm
are.
a person that can talk to a wall.
So you guys are like little besties then.
Yes, she is my baby.
That's so cute. Okay. Let me just get this. This is a new one. Am I the only one that has problems with the Satin Hands pump?
No, and this smells so good.
Yes, and this is our new pomegranate scent. So it just came out for the holidays. You know what I love giving these for as gifts is the Thanksgiving host. Like people always bring her a bottle of wine and I get like a really cute oven mitt and then stick this inside. So she has like a hand treatment after. It's so fun. I can't believe it's already going to be Thanksgiving before we know it. Okay, so this is an exfoliant that I'm putting on. So it's just taking off all the dead skin. Okay, so go ahead and rinse for me. Doesn't it feel good? And then normally we would put a lotion on afterwards. This is just a nourishing shea cream. But we're not going to do that today because just I don't want to get any extra oils on your face or anything. So go ahead and dry for me. I'm going to rinse too. Okay, so I would have just done everyone's hands. Okay. So pretend like we did that. Now you can go and have a seat. Okay, now we're going to pretend we just fast forwarded. Everyone's here. Okay, take you around a couple things. Okay, ladies, I'm going to get a couple things prepped in the kitchen really quick. So if you could do me a favor, one, if you could fill out the profile cards, those just stay with me just so I can have them on file so I know what type of skin you have and I can remember. And then also, I put a sales slip in front of you should you want anything tonight. If you could just go ahead and fill out the top part for me just so I have your address and information and things like that. And I'm going to go ahead and get our wash class ready, so I'll be right back, okay? All right, so while they're doing that, I have this bag already prepared. Everything is wet, okay? And sometimes, I didn't tonight, but you can put drops of essential oil. I like doing like grapefruit or tangerine. Don't do lavender because lavender will burn their skin. Don't do eucalyptus because that will burn their skin. So do more like fruits. You can do lemon. You can do, actually I have lemon. Let's go into my pantry. Hold on. I have my essential oils. Did you ever think you'd be in my pantry tonight? Okay, we've got our lemon. Okay, so I have them in, and I like the gray washcloths, one, because they were on sale, and then two, just because they're easier to clean. So I just put 1 or 2 drops of essential oil in there, and then I put a little bit of water to dilute it, and just kind of mix it around. Then I take the whole bag, open it up, and I stick it in the microwave for a minute. I feel like I'm on a cooking show. Okay.
They want to know if you go barefoot.
Yeah, like,
Currently I am, but not normally.
okay.
No, yes.
And they also want to know if they're supposed to be filling those out for
I'm totally doing it for real.
Oh, you don't have to.
Yeah.
Yeah, just pretend like we filled them out. Did I put my water somewhere? Right behind me. Yes, okay. So we're just waiting on the washcloths. Fun skincare class fact. I burn an average of 450 calories per skincare class. So that's another reason why I hold 3 parties a week. I'll let you know when it starts working. But it's true. I think just being in high heels, like you get more of a workout, but that's what my little Apple Watch says. So, okay, well that's heating up. I have to duct tape we have a light here. This will help. This should just slide out like it unscrews this bottom. Okay, give us 1 second. We're setting up. Yeah, that's supposed to come off. That's fine. It's like this bottom. There we go. Okay. Okay, and you guys just move if this is in your way. I'm sorry. It's going to be really bright. I know. It's studio lighting. Okay. And then Audrey, you hold this. And I'm going to duct tape it to my thing. I'm not, it's $80 for the stand. I'm not going to spend $80 when duct tape does just as good a job. And it holds every time, you guys. It totally holds.
Oh, you've done this before?
Many times.
Rodeo.
Although I'm wondering because it's not, no, there we go. Okay, that's, okay, yeah, let's do it like that.
Yeah, right here.
Here.
I'll do it.
You tape the bag. I just want to make sure the lights. Yeah, I think the light's going to be good. Yeah, just bring, let's bring one here. You guys are probably laughing so hard at my, that Leah Carta. She can be a national, so can I. Okay, I think we're steady. Now we just make sure they can see good.
If you guys see it going, tell me.
Might need to lift it a little bit. Here, go stand back there so I can see. Yeah, just height-wise.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'm really short compared to
she's teaching.
Yeah, she's going to be sitting right here. Yeah, I was going to say, because I'm shorter than you are.
Oh, this
So
is
you're
not
probably
good.
not going to put your head there.
No, I have to stand up. We never sit down at a skincare class.
I know, that's good. Yeah. Can you, will it lift up any further?
I think the bottom
Can
maybe.
somebody put something underneath that to make it higher? Please? Yeah, because we want that to be higher, because it's like right up my.
The other thing I can do here, I can lower it and put it on the counter. Okay, hold on, guys. Just bear with us. This would be a good time to go to the bathroom. Yeah, we're pivoting.
No, that's such a smart idea.
Let me lower. Okay, oops. Okay. Okay. Oh gosh, no, we can lower it. Oh yeah, this is better. Oh. I'll stand where the light's not.
Okay.
Like over here?
Yeah. Okay. I think we're good. Okay, I think we're good. I think we're good. Yeah, we're good. Okay. So maybe if Tracy, can you text Audrey and just make sure that y'all can still hear me? Okay, let me gather myself here.
They're trying to clarify the washcloth thing.
Okay.
Were the washcloths wet already in the bag and then she added a bunch of it closed? Yes.
Okay, and I'm gonna go, we'll write those questions down. So if you have, I will answer, we will do Q&A. So whatever questions you have, give them to your sales director, and then she will put them in our director Voxer group, and I'll go through all of them. Okay, let me put on my,
Perfect.
thank you, Tracy. Okay, all right, so that was not a good start. This is weird with it kind of being fake. So let me just, okay. Hi, everyone. I'm so excited to be here. Jessica, thank you so much for hosting this party. I actually got to meet Jessica just a week ago. Our children go to the same homeschool co-op, and I asked if I could borrow her face, and then she wanted you guys to join the fun, so thanks for coming. So really quick before we get started, I want to tell you what this is not, just to kind of get everyone comfortable. This is not going to be some cheesy sales gimmick, so I want you to just kind of relax. As a beauty consultant, I absolutely sell the products, and I'm in love with the products. I know you guys are going to love them, but I just want you to know that there's no obligation to buy anything. You're still going to get your goodie bags. I just want you to have a good time and see your face absolutely radically change by the time we're done. If you want something, then that's awesome, but I don't want you to feel like my family doesn't eat if you don't buy something. Like, we will be okay, okay? So I just want you guys to just really have a great time. So before we get started, though, I'd like to go around the room and just kind of get to know you a little bit and how you know Jessica. So if you can tell me what your name is, how you know Jessica. And one thing that I always like to do is I feel like in society today, women don't get affirmed a lot. And so I would love for you guys as her friends just to tell Jessica your favorite thing about her. And so I'll get started. And also like something that you're maybe concerned about your skin, just so I kind of know. I know you guys text message it to me, but just so I have a kind of a refresher in my head. So Jessica, I know that we just met, but one of the things, and my name is Leah, and one of the things that I love about you is you're just really approachable. Like, you know, I was a little intimidated going to the homeschool co-op, and you came right up to me and welcomed me and made me feel at home, and that just says a lot about your character and who you are. So thank you. I'm excited to become friends.
Excited. All right, so my name is Alicia, and I know Jessica because she's my neighbor, and I just love that she is so open. She's that girl, like, if I need some sugar, I can go next door and, like,
Oh, that's awesome. And is there anything about your skin that's going on?
So in the past, I've dealt with acne, so just wanted to kind of keep that under control.
Awesome. Okay.
My name is Taylor, and our husbands work together.
Awesome.
And I just love how sweet she is. Anytime we have work meetings, she's friendly, like you were saying, approachable.
Definitely.
And honestly, my skin's in a really good place. To be completely honest, I'm really happy with my products that I'm already using.
Good. You do have really great skin. And I like those earrings a lot.
Hi, I'm Rachel, and Jessica and I actually go to the same church. And one thing I like about her is she's just a very open, honest person, and she's so kind to everyone. And I would say something that I have trouble with my skin is my T-zone. I feel like no matter what I do, it's always going to be oily.
Okay, well, the good news is I have something for that. We're going to take care of it today. Okay, and I really would love for y'all to ask me questions. I really want you to leave here knowing more about your skin than when you came. And I always like to do a fun game just so people aren't nervous to ask questions. I have a prize at the end, and so every time you ask me a question, I will give you a ticket. And just for time tonight, they're not going to ask questions, just so y'all know. Okay. I said I wasn't going to do that, but anyway, let's have the tickets there. Okay, so we're going to get started, and as you can see, your trays are empty. And the reason why they're empty is it's not an invisible product, but I'm going to be going through and I'm going to be passing the tubes around so you can get a feel of the bottle and our products. And also, I really want to teach you how much to use. Our Mary Kay products are highly concentrated, and so I don't want you to overuse them and be that person that runs out of cleanser way before you needed to. And so I'm going to show you how with our products a little goes a long way. But before we get started, have any of you actually ever used Mary Kay before? You've tried it. When did you try it?
I was engaged like 4 years ago.
Like 4 years ago. And then when we had talked, you had said that you lost touch with your consultants, didn't know who she was. Okay. And then how about you?
Never tried it
You've
before.
never tried it. Oh, I'm so excited. You're going to love it. Okay. And then how about you?
Never tried it.
Never tried it.
I actually tried it in high school. I
Okay.
did the velocity.
Yes,
on college,
yes,
and
yes.
So, but I don't, I got married and moved, so
Okay.
I didn't my former consultant.
All right.
For years.
Well, I'm so excited because our new TimeWise line, it just came out a few months ago, and so none of you have tried that yet. And I'm going to be showing you some pictures, but it is just changing the face of skincare, so I'm excited for you guys to try it. But before we get started, I want to tell you a little bit more about our founder, because a lot of people don't know about Mary Kay, the company. I know that you guys living here in Texas, a lot of people don't know that we actually are based in Dallas. And so when you buy Mary Kay products, not only are you supporting a beauty consultant, but you're supporting the Dallas economy, which I think is so awesome. And so we have a factory that employs thousands and thousands of workers and a corporate staff, and all of our products are made in the US, which I'm very, very proud of. And also, this is Mary Kay, our founder. Isn't she beautiful? I love that timeless photo. And our company was started actually 55 years ago on Thursday. It's been 55 years. And when Mary Kay started her business, it was a time in America where women didn't do that. Like, I think now we have, hashtag boss babe and all those great things. But back then you just didn't do that. And her husband actually passed away a week before she was supposed to start Mary Kay. And her accountant, her attorney, everyone told her not to do it. It would be a stupid financial decision. But she had a dream in her heart. And her dream was that she would empower women, and that women could, as I like to say, have their cake and eat it too, that they could be able to be work from home moms, but still contribute financially to their families. And that's exactly what she did. And so within a matter of years, business was booming, and now we have Mary Kay. And so I always like to say that she really was the leader in the direct selling company. It's often that other direct selling companies, their presidents will quote Mary Kay Ash and say that she was an inspiration to them starting their company. So she was one of the only women that won an award from Forbes for being a business entrepreneur. And so we are so grateful. So she passed away before I started my business, but I would have loved to know her. And then to tell you a little bit about me, Mary Kay was the last thing that I ever saw myself doing. And I'm going to tell you a little bit about that later. But really what it's done for me is it's given me flexibility with my family. We didn't know we were going to homeschool our children. And so for me, I really do get to have a corporate income and contribute financially, but I still get to do school with my son and do field trips and things like that and be a part of my family on my terms. And so I love that. What else can I tell you? Let me think here. Okay, one other thing too, and this is more, like I said, I really want to leave with you guys being educated. But recently, something has gotten really big in the United States, and it's a shopping site. Do y'all know what I'm talking about? Amazon, right? Yes, you can say it. But like, right? Who doesn't? I have an Amazon Prime membership. You have an Amazon Prime. Probably everyone does, right? And so I love Amazon, and so I'm not going to tell you never to use them. But one thing that I want to encourage you to have more information on is that most of the beauty products that you see on there, the majority are counterfeit items, and that's not just Mary Kay. It's Sephora, it's Ulta. In fact, Birkenstock is starting a class action lawsuit against Amazon because if you go to the website, it says sold by Birkenstock, but they're not Birkenstocks, they're counterfeits. And so when you go onto Amazon and search for Mary Kay products, it comes up with the seller being Mary Kay. But what you need to know is that Mary Kay would never sell directly to the public like that because it would mess up our business model. And also it's not how they roll. And so I wanted to give you these pictures just to show you, the skin is the largest organ on your body. And one of the biggest mistakes that people make is they're not aware of the products that they're putting on. Like, we're very aware now of what we eat, right? Like, some of us might eat gluten-free or organic, and so we're becoming more aware of that, but your skin absorbs a lot of that into your system. And so you want to be very careful with skincare. And so all of our skincare products are tested in a facility. In fact, we just are building a facility in Louisville, and it's huge. And it is already, the patents that we have over 3,000 patents for products that we're working on right now from our chief scientists. And so lots of impressive stuff going on at Mary Kay right now. So what happens is companies in China create counterfeits. You all have heard of knockoff purses, things like that, right? And again, this is not just Mary Kay, it's MAC products, it's the Naked palettes, it's the Kylie Jenner lip kits that are really popular. And so I printed out some pictures. These are actual pictures from Amazon orders. So like, that's a fake Mary Kay, and then that's the real one. So you can see where it's cloudy and then clear. Here's another one of our foundation. So that's the fake box next to original. You can see the color difference. And then even on the back of the mascara, see the placement of see how that one's shorter and that one's taller. So all of our products are always going to be uniform. And then even the MAC lipsticks, you can see the placement of the logo and how that's different. And then on the bottom, I have a Naked palette from, what's that company that makes Naked? Urban Decay. Yeah. Urban Decay. So you can see the original versus the fake. And so it's terrible right now because the FDA does not regulate the cosmetic and skincare industry. And so these companies from China can absolutely get away with it, and no one's doing anything about it yet. I think we'll see something in the next couple of years because it's dangerous. There's lead. So the policy that I have for my family is that supplements and cosmetics we never buy unless it's directly from the source. So like, if I want to get vitamins, I'll go to thevitaminstore.com because I know that's a legit run business versus going on Amazon and buying it from a seller I don't know. So just wanted you to know, like, be very careful because a lot of women don't know that. I'll go ahead and pass that around. Yes, okay. So you guys can look at that. Okay, so I'm gonna just take my flip chart so you guys have some pictures here. All right. Lots of good notes in this flip chart. All right. And I can go ahead, I'll put this back here, and then at the end, I'll definitely pass it around so y'all can see it. And I know you all are chomping at the bit for it. I will post this photo so y'all have it, okay? All right, so we're gonna dive right in. So the first thing that we're gonna do is we're gonna work around your eye makeup. So if you have your eye makeup on, just leave it on, and we're just gonna work around the perimeter. And then don't worry, those of you that are gonna leave for a hot date or tonight or whatever, we're gonna put foundation back on. So you will look flawless by the time we're done. And just let me know how your skin is feeling. We're gonna be doing over $400 worth of products tonight, so I really want you to feel pampered. So this wouldn't be the normal daily regimen, and I'll explain that as we go. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to work with our award-winning Time-Wise 3D set. It's a brand new set that just came out. In fact, it's so new that I have my notes here that I'm going to reference because I want to give you all the accurate information. But these are actual girlfriends of mine that I printed, and the top picture is their before photo, and the bottom is after 4 days of use. And so you guys can pass that around and see the difference. And so it is just these 4 products that I have right in front here. So our cleanser day cream, night cream, and eye cream. So only those 4 products are creating those results. But like I said, I have some treats for you guys tonight that we'll be trying. Isn't that crazy? So the other thing is that your mirrors, as you're going through the night, they pop out, they pull right out. So I always say women get so critical of their faces, they look this close, and no one looks to you that close unless it's your husband, and he really doesn't care what you look like. So you always want to hold your mirror at arm's length, because that is how the world sees you. How most people should be in your space, at least. Otherwise, maybe they shouldn't be in your space. The arm's length, okay? Arm's length. So you can periodically take that out if you need to look. Okay, so the first product that I'm going to pass around is our age-fighting 3D 4-in-1 cleanser. And so this does a few things. It removes complexion impurities that are dulling your skin. It leaves your skin feeling clean. It leaves it exfoliating, and it leaves it looking brighter. So those are the 4 things. So just after one use. So your skin is made up of thousands of pores, and they look like a V, and they're stacked like shingles on a roof. And so most cleansers only take off the surface dirt and oil. What this does is it goes and it pulls everything out. For that reason, your face might feel a little tingly afterwards, not burning, but just tingly. And then also you might see some dirt on your washcloth if you're not wearing foundation. So I'm gonna pass this around. Like I said before, Mary Kay is highly concentrated. So for your face, you only need a pea-sized amount, okay? I'm gonna take that and just take a pea-sized amount. And then while they're doing that, if you guys, this is the only awkward part of the party, I promise. If you can go ahead and spritz your face for me and get it a little wet. I'll give you this, so spritz your face. Perfect. Just a little wet.
Ooh, smells good.
Yes.
Something in there?
Yes. There's a little bit of lemon in there. So just spritz your face. Perfect. And then we're going to rub upward and outward all over our skin. Upward and outward. And the reason why we do that is our skin's very elastic. And so you want to think like facelift. You don't want to go against gravity. You want to help it. So go upward and out. Good. Okay, perfect.
Feeling a little gummy.
Feeling a little, you want some more water?
Is that what I need?
Yep, you can have some more water.
Okay.
Yeah, if it feels too dry, add a little bit more water. Okay, now, don't throw it.
Not that kind
So
of
the other thing is, and this is actually from the Department of Dermatology, not Mary Kay, this fact, every night that we go to bed without washing our face, our skin ages 9 to 13 days. And so I always tell people, like at the very least, like sleep in your clothes, but wash your face. Wash your face. All right, so what I'm going to do is the next thing is I have these warm washcloths. I want you to pick them up by the little tag just so they don't burn you in case they're hot. But what I'd like you to do is go ahead and just lay them on your face and lean back. I want to open up your pores for the next thing that we're going to be doing. So I'm going to pass those around. Perfect. There you go. Perfect. Okay, and just lean back, relax. And then Jessica, I'm going to grab my phone and take a picture so I can send it to you. You know we got to have a picture. Here, I'll put myself in the picture. No one else is in the picture but me. Okay, and just lay back and relax. Think about the beach. Think about having no kids for tonight. Just relax. We're just going to let the steam really open up your pores. Feel like you're a bank robber. All right, and for people watching, I'm going to fast forward this a little bit. Okay, so go ahead and take that off, and as you're sliding it down, go ahead and slide the cleanser off of your face. Nice and refreshed. Okay, now from here on out, your face may turn a little red. This is really normal. What we're doing is we're breaking up some of the dead skin, and so your capillaries might be slightly, not irritated, but just kind of, we're gonna wake them up a little bit. And so just know that that redness will go down in about 10 minutes. So just give it a little bit of time, okay? All right, how's everyone's skin feeling? Nice and clean? Good. Okay, so now we are gonna jump outside of a normal skincare regimen. So in a skincare regimen, dermatologists want you to do 5 things. Does anyone know what they want you to do? Yes, Jessica.
Cleanse, tone, moisturize, exfoliate, and protect.
Exactly. Okay. Now most people don't know that. Now, do you know one of the reasons why we use a toner, Jessica? Say no.
No.
No, she doesn't. So the reason why we use a toner is that as women, our pH levels are really kind of out of whack sometimes. They get very unbalanced. And so toner helps balance out your pH level. So ours has a cleanser, toner, and an exfoliant in it. And then also that brightener that we talked about as well with the 4th step. So you just did all of that. And so I love shortcuts. Like I am not someone that wants to stay in my bathroom and do a bunch of things. And by the way, everything that we're doing today, including my full makeup, I do bare face to full makeup in 7 minutes. So yes, the reason why it's so fast is that I'm not in your bathroom explaining all the steps to you. So I just want you to know, like, and again, if I just wanted to do just like a dash out the door look, like go to Walmart and I'm just going to do like a foundation, and it's more like 2 minutes in the morning. It's really quick. Yes, so just know it's a very fast process. Okay, so we just talked about the basic steps of skincare. It's kind of like brushing your teeth. So every day, twice a day, we brush our teeth, right? That's good dental hygiene. Dentists want us to do that. And then there's things like the whitening strips or the mouth guards so you don't grind your teeth. And those are all great for your dental hygiene, but I wouldn't say that they're mandatory. Skincare works the same way. So we're going to jump outside and do some extra things. How does that sound? Yes. Okay, so we're going to hop right in and we are going to do a microdermabrasion. Have you guys ever done a microdermabrasion before? You have. Someone say they haven't. Okay, you haven't. Great. Okay, awesome. How much did you pay at the spa when you got yours done? That sounds about right. Yeah. How much was yours? 300. How much was yours? Okay, you guys paid. I mean, I saw a group one once for $90, but you guys, these are Texas women, so they are serious about their skincare. So typically, a microdermabrasion at a spa, you can usually get a group one for it, but they're like $90, $90 to $200, and they actually want you to do 10 of them to see the maximum results. So you're spending anywhere from $900 to $2,000 on average. And I don't know about you guys, but I would much rather like go to Hawaii with that money and spend it on my skin. And that's where Mary Kay was so smart. It was about, gosh, it's been 13 years now that the patent off of microdermabrasion was lifted. And so companies could come in and create their own formulas, which Mary Kay did. And so we have this awesome microdermabrasion. It is less than $1 per treatment, which I love. I keep mine in the shower. I microderm twice a week. I'm going to explain it to you as you're using it, how it works, but it's phenomenal. So with the microdermabrasion, we're going to get our face wet one more time with your little spray bottles. Use your spray bottles. Yep, spritz one more time for me. Excellent. Okay, and then we're going to go and pass this around. And for this one, just do like a little dime size like that on your hand. And what you're going to do is you're just going to work in little circles all around your face for about 2 minutes. Okay, pass that around. I'm going to borrow this. Perfect. And just little circles. And if it starts to feel dry, go ahead and add some more water to that. So here's what's happening is every day and a half, we all shed a complete layer of skin, which sounds totally gross, but we all do it. And so what happens is 2 things. One is the dead skin causes a lot of bacteria to feed off of it, and that can cause extra acne. And then also it causes the surface of your skin to become uneven, which can cause wrinkles to look more pronounced. So microdermabrasion breaks that down. So I want you all to look at my skin and know that about 12 years ago, I had severe acne scarring. I was the girl that always had to wear my hair down on my face. That's actually one of the reasons why I decided to be affiliated with Mary Kay, was because it transformed my skin. And you can't see any of my acne scars. And it's because of this product, it broke down that skin. So I've even had mamas who've done it on like C-section scars, that's a great idea. Scarring. That's amazing. Yes, you can do it all over. Now, one thing that I want to tell you is don't leave this in your shower, because I showed you to use just a pea-sized amount. Husbands think this is a body scrub. So I came into the shower and my husband had used the entire container. So don't let them into it. And then I just microderm twice a week. So for me, I do Sundays and Wednesdays. I turn on a little music, microderm. If you're getting ready for a big event, like I know you mentioned your sister's wedding is coming up, were you going to do a spray tan?
Yes.
Okay, yes is the right answer. Okay. And so, so with a spray tan, you can actually do this to your whole body and then go in and get a spray tan and you won't get any of that streaking because it's a really good body exfoliant. Yeah, absolutely. Yep. Absolutely. Okay, and then when you're ready, go ahead and take the washcloth and just rinse off. I also recommend doing this in the shower. You're going to notice it's kind of hard to get off here just because we're not at a sink. So if you need to go to the sink, you can go to the sink. But again, we weren't all going to take a shower together today, so I figured this would be better.
Next time.
Yes. And again, if you have a little bit of redness, it's totally normal. We just circulated a lot of blood, especially if it's your first microderm. Good. Anyone need me to go rinse out their washcloth? Good.
So is it okay if it kind of like feels sensitive after scrubbing my face?
Does it feel a little sensitive?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to let your face breathe for a minute. Okay. We're going to let it breathe. And then for the next step, we're going to do a little tester section. Okay. And if it's too much for you, then we'll just work on the back of your hand. Okay. Yep. Perfect. Good. Everything looks great. Okay, awesome. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is we are going to do a charcoal mask. This is where your sales director is like, ah, what is she doing? This is what I'm doing. Is your sales director freaking out right now? Okay. I could not let you not try this product because it's amazing. Yes. So this is our charcoal mask. Have you guys ever seen the charcoal mask? Probably the peel off ones on Facebook. So we're not doing a peel off one. We're not doing the peel off one. So you want to be careful of those peel off masks because they will rip your pores. So like the cloth ones are fine, but the ones that like stick and you peel it off, it causes damage to your pores. So we're going to do this charcoal mask. And I'm going to explain it as it's working because it takes about 10 minutes to set. And so I'm going to come around and I'm going to go ahead and give you guys a little bit and just go ahead and put this on like you would a mask. Really concentrate in areas that you tend to have more oiliness or if you have blackheads in your nose. And we're going to go ahead and just mask your whole face. Sorry for the sound effects. Perfect. And just let me know if you need a little bit more. We'll go from there. Perfect.
Smells good.
Okay, so let me explain what's happening as you're putting this on. So charcoal is really powerful. If you've ever known someone that's had like chemical poisoning or alcohol poisoning, when they get to the hospital, they'll actually pump them full of charcoal because charcoal does a process called adsorption. So not with the B, but with a D, adsorption. And adsorption basically means like it's a magnet. So charcoal is a magnet for toxins. So when this goes on your face, it's going to pull toxins to the surface of your skin. So there's a couple cool things that happen. Those of you that have problems with blackheads, you're going to notice over the next several minutes that it's going to start to have little dark spots all over your nose. Those are the blackheads that have come to a surface. Also, if you're like me, does anyone ever break out around their mouth? Like, yes. Okay, so that is always linked to your hormones. So your jawline and your mouth, your period is coming, you just had a baby, or you're stressed. If you're not any of those things, then you might want to go to a hormone doctor because that is absolutely tied to your hormones. So like for me, I'll break out a little bit around my mouth, and so I will put a little dabs of this, and that will bring those, those really painful pimples that don't come to a head. This will bring them to a head. And it's crazy because you'll see it happen. Perfect. Good. Okay. And then we don't have to do it now, but this is where I'll be like, do you guys want to do a Snapchat or whatever? Because I always like to do a Snapchat. So let them do their social media thing. Okay. Perfect. Is it feeling good? I know we did that tester spot. Okay, good. Perfect.
That feels like really cool.
Yeah, take your earrings out. We'll wash them. They kind of look pretty with the black on them. It's a new design. Okay, I'll let you guys finish doing that, and then I've got one other thing we're going to do. Awesome. Good, good, good. Okay, so we're going to let this sit for about 10 minutes. And so rather than look at each other awkward for 10 minutes, I figured I would take a moment just to tell you a little bit more about what I do. Now, before some of you like completely freeze up on me, I like telling people what I do because I didn't know that I was looking for Mary Kay. And then I heard about it and it's completely transformed my life. And so all I'm going to say is just keep an open mind. It's probably not for you. It could be for you, or maybe you know someone. But I would just hate leaving here and you not knowing about our company. Does that sound good? And then you guys know I love tickets. And so whenever you ask me a question, I'll give you guys tickets for the prize, okay? So just to give you a quick recap on me, I started my business when I was 20 years old. Never saw myself doing this in a million years. But I was the girl that, and I don't know if any of you can relate to this, but like I had money in my bank account, but it was just enough. Can you guys ever, like, have you ever been able to relate to that where it's like all your bills are covered, but there's nothing else? And that's how I lived. And that was just normal for me. And we would have things come up like wanting to go to Disneyland or go on a vacation. And we would always have to say no, because there was never enough money. And also I had a lot of student loan debt and things like that. And so things were just piling. And the reality was I wasn't going to get a significant raise at my job. Like I would go in and they would give me like a quarter per hour, and that was not going to change my life. And so I knew something needed to change. And so I researched a lot of direct selling companies, and I came across Mary Kay because they had a retirement program, and some of the things I'm going to tell you about really impressed me. And I thought, you know what, why not? And there was a couple things that made sense to me. One was that it was a consumable product. So if you think about it, like my customers are washing their face even if I'm sick or my child is sick or something's going on with my life, they're still washing product off their face. And so every night, like my bank account gets opened with money because people are washing this product off their face. So that was really smart to me, is that, you know, you can't You know, like I think of other drug selling companies like cookware selling company or something. Like you're not going to reorder a pizza cutter every 3 months, but you're going to reorder a charcoal mask or you're going to reorder a cleanser. These are things you're going to run out of. Also, American women will not go without their cosmetic products. And so even in the height of the recession, like I worked my business during 2008 when the recession happened, and that was like the height of my business because everyone was cutting back on eating out or going to the movies, but they were not cutting back on their mascara. Like that was still going down. And so I was still selling product. I also really love that it's a family-oriented company. We don't have any quotas or territories. And so I really liked that I could do it on my own terms. And I wasn't held to like a standard of how I needed to perform. So if I could give you a few facts about our company, I would say the first reason why women join is the money. We make a 50% commission on all the products that we sell. And what I love about that is that it's not tiered. A lot of companies, you have to be at a certain level or recruit a certain amount of people, and then you get a certain commission. In Mary Kay, it's 50% across the board. So if you're the highest level in Mary Kay or you're a brand new consultant, you all make 50%. And that's on all the products and also the reorders. And so like just this week alone, I had 3 parties and sold $1,200. So within a few hours, I had made $600 cash. And those are all now customers of mine. And then the other way that we make money is team building commissions. So I know Jessica and I kind of hinted around at maybe the possibility of you doing something like this. And so if you join my team, Mary Kay would pay me a commission off of everything that you sell, but it would never come out of your blah, blah, blah. It would never come out of there. It would never come out of it would never come out of your pocket. It would come out of Mary Kay's 50% commission. And so just that the financial freedom that comes from that, and it's kind of almost like I get paid more the better that you do. So it's an incentive for everyone to help each other. And so for me, I was able to make a 6-figure income by the time I was 22 years old in the business. And side note, if that's not you, you can say, my sales director has done this. My national sales director has done this. So just that I borrowed other people's stories until it was my story. Okay. The second thing I love about Mary Kay is recognition. We just finished up our quarterly incentive program and I got a free, it was like a log organizer for my fireplace and like a tool rack or whatever. And I had another friend, she earned a free TV. And the diamonds that I'm wearing in my hands, these were all Mary Kay prizes. And Mary Kay did this because she knew that if she just gave us cash bonuses, then we would go blow it like on our family. And so she wanted women to have Cinderella gifts. So we literally get like a prize catalog, and each quarter we get like cool things. There's trip vouchers, there's sometimes iPads or a Kate Spade purse or things like that. So it's really fun. And probably my favorite thing is the travel incentives. So I think we've been to like 13 countries now, but Mary Kay offers free trips around the world. If you haven't been yet, you can say I'm in the process of earning my first free trip with Mary Kay. And so that's really fun too, to have free travel. And then there's the car program. My sales director actually has a free car with Mary Kay. I just started my business a couple months ago, so I'm not there yet. I'm working my way, but there are so many Mary Kay cars out on the road. You'll notice them now that I'm talking about them. But they pay for the tax, licensing, registration. It's always under warranty, and you get a brand new car every other year. And if you don't want to take the car, you can take the cash instead, which is really incredible. They have a cash option. It's almost $400 a month. Yes, you can get your minivan. Did you ever think we would want a minivan? But here we are. A pink minivan. Oh my goodness. Anyway, so that's the car program. And then, another thing that's my favorite is the self-growth. So in Mary Kay, I don't know what it is about our tribe of women, but they are the most positive, encouraging, motivating. I've become a better wife, a better mother, a better granddaughter, a better friend because of this company. And so I love the mentorship that's available to me. I love that I have women that breathe belief into me. And then if I'm having a bad day, I can call them and they just lift me up. Like we don't have that cattiness sometimes that you find in other social settings. It's just, I don't know if it's like the law of attraction or what it is, but we just attract amazing women. And then I would also say the tax advantages. Like I know that you mentioned that you're a teacher, and we all know that you should make like $300,000 a year for what you do. I know, yes. And so one of the things I love about Mary Kay is that a lot of teachers will do Mary Kay is just they get the tax deductions. And so that puts more money in their pocket at the end of the year. And so because I'm in Mary Kay, like my grandparents live in California and my grandmother's a customer of mine. So every time I go out there, I make sure to do a party or have product to do new demo or whatever. And so I can write off that airline ticket. So there's lots of things that you legally can do. Dave Ramsey, you guys have all heard of Dave Ramsey? Yes. So he has been quoted saying that the worst thing a person can do is get a second job, like go get a part-time job somewhere. The best thing you can do is start a home-based business because of the tax deductions. So if you're sitting here, maybe your return wasn't what you wanted it to be this year, consider doing it just very part-time, because the average woman in your life spends $600 a year on personal care products. So just between your mom, your sister, your aunt, like all these people, and they could be your customers. And then the last reason would just be being your own boss. There's so much freedom in that. Like, I love that at different times in my life, I could call the shots on my maternity leave. Like, not everyone quits their job like I did, but it just happened to work out that way for me. And I'm so grateful for the freedom and flexibility and choices. So anyway, I know I just kind of threw up Mary Kay on you, but I wanted to have a filler for our mask. So if you could do me a favor, and on the back of your profile card, and no one's going to look at each other's papers, if you could write one of 3 letters for me. Letter A is, oh my gosh, like we were supposed to meet today. Like, I want to do this. And by the way, the starter kit to get started, it's only $100. And here's a picture of it. It has over $400 worth of products inside of it, and everything you need to get started. And then I also hop out of the box as well to mentor and help you. Yes. So I'll help you as well. But it's such a great kit, and the bag's super cute. But that's the starter kit we start with, and it changes lives. But A is like, oh my gosh, I want that starter kit. And B is, okay, you triggered something. I want to have coffee and discuss this. And C is, no thanks, I hate free trips. No, I'm just kidding. But the C is like, it's not for me, but thanks for the info. Okay, and just write down a letter for me. Perfect. Okay, let's check everyone out. We've got about 3 minutes left. Okay, do you see, Jessica, on your nose, all those toxins coming through? How are you guys looking over here? Everyone, is your skin feeling good? I know you were kind of sensitive. Good? Good? Yeah, it's looking. Perfect. Good, good, good. Okay, so one more thing as we're waiting about 3 more minutes to get this done. If you could flip over the back of your profile card, we're going to play a game, and this is like a big ticket game. Who's the most competitive here? Okay, it's going to be interesting.
Here we go.
Okay, so for the month of September, in honor of everyone going back to school, I am giving out a ton of $25 gift cards. And so I want to give them out to your friends and family on your behalf. And so basically all I'm going to do is, like, let's say you end up writing your mom down, I'll send her a text message that says, you know, Jessica wanted to gift you with a $25 gift card for being an awesome mom. And she said that you're the most joyful person that she knows. And that's all I'll text them. I'm not going to Mary Kay stalk them. Like, it's not going to be anything like that. Okay. Just a one-time text. And then I'll give you a ticket. If you get all 10 of the list that I'm about to give you, then you'll get 10 tickets. And if you get half of them, I'll give you 5. Okay. So here's what we're going to do. Is underneath there, number 9, it says name. Write the numbers 1 through 10. Perfect. Okay, so grab your cell phones. Just do a play cell phone if we don't have it. Okay, grab your cell phones. Okay, so the first person that you're going to write down, and again, you guys, all I'm going to do is give them the gift. I just want to be clear on that. Give them the gift certificate on your behalf, the gift card on your behalf, offer them a free facial in honor of back to school, because a lot of these might be moms going back to school or their kids are or whatever. Okay, so the first person that I want you to write down, look in your phone, is the most joyful person that you know. Like, this person, you're almost like, why are you always so happy? Like, the most joyful person you know. She's always happy, always excited. Number 2 is going to be the hardworking girl. Like, this is the hustler. Like, she's a hustler. She's a hashtag boss babe. She is just a really hard worker. Number 3 is going to be someone who just got married or is engaged if you don't have someone who just got married. Someone who's engaged or someone who just got married. Number 4 is the socialite. She's the girl that has all the friends. She likes doing all the gatherings. She has like the theme parties. That person. Okay, number 5 is the person that you know that is what I call your Instagram crush. So, like, she always has the best style. Like, who is your friend that always has the cutest clothes on and you're like, oh my gosh, could she be any cuter? Okay, that's number 5. Number 6 is your best friend. Your very best friend.
Can we repeat?
No, you can't repeat. It has to be different people. Thanks for saying that. So all different people. Okay, number 7. Number 7, let's see here, is going to be someone who is like the all-American girl. Like, she's just super sweet. Like the biggest sweetheart, you know. Like, always doing something for other people. Number 8 is going to be the person that's an overcomer. So, like, who do you know in your life that maybe had some trials and tribulations and they just came out on top? Like, always has a positive attitude and despite the circumstances. Number 9 is your mom.
Hey.
or mother-in-law, mom or mother-in-law. And number 10 is a free-for-all, just someone you really like that you'd want to give a gift certificate to.
Does it matter if they're all local or?
It does not matter if they're not local. Yep, they don't have to be local.
Ooh.
Yep, don't have to be local. Someone remind me to ask, someone asked about that, and I'll go over that at the end. Okay, so it is now time to take off your masks. Are you ready? All right, so go ahead and take your washcloth, and we're going to rinse off. Go for it. If you need a little bit more wet, let me know, and I'll go stick it under the sink for a few. I can't wait for you guys to feel how clean, and you guys also, those toxins come through your pores. And so also about this clear proof mask, when Mary Kay first came out with the charcoal mask, I actually went to Target and I bought every charcoal mask that they had because I wanted to compare and see what it was like. And so most of them came in sets of like 3 or 4. Ours, we get just a little over, I get usually like 18, 19 uses out of mine. And I also use a lot, but I get about 18, 19 uses out of mine, and it's $24 for the bottle. So it's a really good price point. Most of the sets that I had, there was like $3 for like $9 from Target. So I feel like this is a really good deal. You also can use this charcoal mask in other places. It's kind of embarrassing, but I was on vacation with my family at Galveston, and I wore Toms, and we went on a water ride, and I wasn't wearing socks with the Toms, which apparently you're supposed to wear socks with Toms. And so my feet were a little stinky from that. Yeah. And so I put charcoal mask on it because it pulls everything out.
On your feet?
Yes, on your feet. Yeah. And then I have a friend who's like super, super all natural, like vegan, all natural, earthy. And so she doesn't wear deodorant. So once a week she does this on her armpits. Yeah, and it pulls all the, yep.
Yeah. Do that.
Yes. You can also use it on bug bites. It will pull the, like, whatever the saliva that they put in, pull it out to the surface. Mm-hmm. Has many, many tricks. And you can also spot treat it too. So sometimes if I'm in a hurry, I'll have maybe that one little pimple and I'll just put a little dot on there and it takes care of it. It's awesome stuff. Ooh, you guys, your skin is just looking amazing. Like, look at each other. Do you guys see the difference? Look at, everyone is really glowing. It's so pretty. Okay, are you guys ready to move on?
Yes.
Okay, so normally after the microdermabrasion, we would have done something called a pore minimizer. It's step 2, but we did the mask instead. And so this does exactly what it says. It minimizes your pores. So if you have an issue with larger pores, this comes with the microderm set, okay? And so just to recap, so far we've done the cleanser, okay? We've done the microderm and the clear proof charcoal mask. I want to give your face a little bit of a break, and we're going to go ahead and do a lip treatment. I'm going to come around and put this on your tray just so we don't have any like cross-contamination going on. But I love this set again because I live in Texas. My lips just get ruined during the winter. Very dry. This is the product that I put in the shower that I do want my husband to use. So it's an awesome lip treatment. So go ahead and just lick your lips a little bit. I'm going to put some on your tray. And you're going to go and just pick that up, that sugar scrub, and you're going to rub it back and forth on your lips. And it's just going to exfoliate and condition your lips. You know, we always condition our hair, but we don't do other parts of our body. We want our lips to be smooth and supple, and this is really going to help that. Okay, so go ahead and just rub that back and forth. And then when you're ready, go ahead and take a corner of your washcloth and rinse off. You can't eat it.
Okay, well, Connor,
Perfect. Great. Okay, then I'm going to come around and give you a lip hydrator. And this, what I love about this is that it actually hydrates from the inside out. So if you put it on at night, when you wake up, your lips feel really dewy and moisturized. Also, lip products is something that you want to be really careful of. So in the beginning, I kind of mentioned that the FDA does not regulate the products that we put on our skin, which is quite scary because, again, that absorbs into your system. And so companies can put whatever they want into products. And so a lot of lip companies, if you flip over the packaging, there'll be camphor or menthol in them. And those are actually, what's that?
That's bad?
Yes, those are addictive products. So the only reason why menthol is in there is to get you addicted to it. So outside of Mary Kay, like Burt's Beeswax is really good. They make a great product, so just make sure you're reading your ingredients. But they do that so that you buy more of it. And so that's the story with that. And then also, I want to take a minute to talk about organic, because it's a buzzword right now. I know in my family we eat a lot of organic fruits, vegetables, and I need you to know that it is impossible for skincare to be organic unless it has like a shelf life of 2 days. And so again, because the FDA does not regulate skincare, companies will put organic on their products. That means it has organic properties. So if I'm playing the same game, I could tell you that Mary Kay is organic because we have organic properties in our skincare. So think about it. When you've ever bought bread or organic strawberries, what happens to them? They go bad really fast because there's nothing to help preserve them. So it's the same with skincare. So if you're legitimately like putting mud on your face, that is absolutely organic. That's organic. But if you're buying it from someone, they're like, oh, this is organic. If it has a shelf life of less than like 10 days, there's no way. I mean, it would be. If it's over 10 days, then it's not. So just know, because again, the FDA doesn't regulate it, companies can say whatever they want about their products. So just be aware of that as a consumer. I think it's really important. Okay, so moving on, we're gonna now move on to our next step of our, I'm a little lost here, of our Time-Wise 3D set. And this is our Time-Wise moisturizer. It's an age-fighting moisturizer with an SPF 30 in it. Now, what I love about Mary Kay's SPFs is that we protect against UVA and UVB rays. UVA rays are the ones that are bad for you because they penetrate deep into your skin and cause free radicals. And free radicals have been known to speed up aging and then also have cancer. And so this fights that. And then this also has really awesome anti-aging properties in it. It re-energizes skin's natural youthful glow. It helps improve the look of fine lines and wrinkles. And then it includes cactus extract to help support your skin's natural moisture barrier. So this you would use during the day. So I'm going to come around and you're just going to go ahead, I'll have you guys do it. Just do a pea-sized amount. That's all you need for your whole face. Isn't that amazing? That's how concentrated the product is. And then go ahead and just put that on like you would a moisturizer. Try to go up and out as much as possible. Oh, you have to, okay, Jessica's, she has to add water to hers.
So special.
Perfect. Perfect. So that would be your day cream. And then we're not going to use it today, but I'm going to show it to you. This is our night cream. So you would use this one at night. Doesn't it smell good?
Oh, it smells like Hawaii.
I know, it's so awesome. And our night cream is just slightly stronger. So I know, Alicia, you're a nurse, and so you probably have night shifts. And so you would just reverse your skincare. So like you would wear the day cream when you start your shift and then wear this during the day when you sleep. So just reverse it, because your skin, when you're sleeping, your body is rejuvenating itself. So whenever you have a product that you use once a day or that's stronger, you always do it while you're sleeping. That's rule of thumb. So this one, for the night one, it re-energizes skin's youthful glow. It helps reduce the lines of, or the looks of fine lines and wrinkles. And it also has a Japanese apricot extract to support collagen. Do y'all know what collagen is?
It's what makes my skin bounce.
It makes everything firm, as I like to say, lifted. And do you guys know what age we stop producing collagen?
25.
16.
What?
16. I know, isn't that crazy?
Oh
So that means at 16, everything is going backwards. Everything is going backwards. And so we want to help. That's why I'm here. It's okay. I'm here. I'm going to save you today. I need to start wearing a cape. Okay. This is what I do. This is what I do. Okay. So that would be your night cream. And then the next thing that I'm going to have you try is our eye cream. And eye creams are super important, y'all. Your eyes have pores underneath them, but they're so small that they're not really working for you. And the purpose of our pores is to help hydrate our skin. And so when we use an eye cream, it's almost like we kind of give our pores like a little boost, like, here you go, I'm helping you, like a little step stool, like, here you go. And so it helps moisturize that area. And it also will help the visible signs of aging. Your skin looks firmer and it brightens your eye area. This actually has little light reflecting microbes inside of it that act like thousands of mirrors, and it reflects light off your face. So I like to call this Red Bull for my skin. So what I will do is, do you guys all have this? I know you all said you have kids. Okay, so like right around 2 o'clock in the afternoon, that's when everything goes downhill. You're like, who are you popping at? So this is the Red Bull for my eyes. So I literally will just put some on my makeup over my eyes, and the reflection bounces off and opens up my face. So I look more awake than I actually am. If only Mary Kay could make a product that we could like, and we would be awake. But anyway, that's why they have caffeine. Okay, so with your eye cream, what you're going to do is I'm going to pass the tube around. You're going to use your ring finger, okay? we're going to just put a tiny amount, I mean a pinpoint amount. You're going to rub your ring fingers together to activate the product, and then you were just going to pat underneath our eyes really gently. Do y'all know why we use our ring finger?
No.
It is the weakest finger, and all of people know that. So that's good. It's the weakest finger on your hand, and this area around your eyes is the thinnest layer of skin on your body. A big mistake that a lot of women make is they'll get in the shower and they take off their eye makeup like this. And it's okay. I used to do it too. So that's why, and let's pretend like I have it here. This is why we have our oil-free eye makeup remover. And this is actually the #1 selling product that we have in Mary Kay. I sell this more than any other product. It's amazing. You shake it, the top layer that you just saw, that actually takes off anything that's waterproof, and the bottom layer takes off anything else. And what I love about it is you just shake it to activate it, put it on a cotton round, not the balls, because those will absorb too much product. Hold it on your eye for about 3 seconds, wipe, and everything's gone. Your eyes will feel silky, satiny. If you have sensitive eyes, I could literally pour this in your eye and you would feel nothing. It is amazing, absolutely amazing. You have to try it. Okay, so go ahead and pass that around and do your little pinprick of a dot. And this will also moisturize for up to 12 hours.
Do I put it on top of my eyelid or just under?
Under, thank you. Just under tonight. How is your skin feeling? Everyone's looking so good.
Smooth.
Good.
I'm just loving how I smell.
You do smell good.
It is good.
You know what? So do you. What are you using?
Looks good. Okay, eye cream, awesome. Okay, so we're coming to the tail end. We have just a couple more things, but just everyone look, I mean, really like, look at your skin is just popping. It's so good. Everyone look at each other. Perfect. Okay. All right, so the next thing I'm gonna have you try, and we're gonna imagine that we're trying this, is we're gonna get ready to prep your face for that flawless finish. And so we're gonna use our primer, which I did not put primer on, but we're gonna pretend like we have it. So I love our primer. It basically creates like a foundation for your foundation, if that makes sense. So it's, if you ever had like uneven, like maybe you might have some scarring or uneven of your skin, this gives you that airbrushed finish. So go ahead and put some of the primer on. You're gonna notice it's a silicone base, so it feels very satiny on your skin. Just rub that all over. And this is just gonna prep your face for the next step. Okay, now the last part is the most critical. So in the beginning, we talked about the 5 steps of skincare, and the last step was protection. Most people assume that that is SPF, but that's not what I'm talking about. So if I want you to learn anything today, it is this, because I'm going to change your life right now. Are you ready? Okay, foundation. So when you go to shop for a foundation, you wanna look for the words non-comedogenic. Non-comedogenic. I know it's kind of a big word, but just remember the non part, okay? And this is a selling asset. So companies will put this on the back of their products. Typically, you'll be able to find these at higher end stores like a Nordstrom, or even like Sephora will carry you. They're gonna be the more expensive ones. And what that means is it's non-pore clogging. So remember in the beginning, I told you your pores look like a V, okay? So when you buy most foundations, like for my problem in the beginning, before Mary Kay, I used Proactive Solution. And so I'm sure that helped my acne, but then I would put on oil of Olay, and so it just erased everything I did because it would go into my pores, okay? And so a lot of times when you're taking care of your skin and then you're using bad foundation, it's seeping into your pores, clogging your pores, and it's not helping. So when you think of foundation, think of it like this. So I went to Galveston this weekend, and there was what I learned are sandflies. I thought they were giant mosquitoes, but they are sandflies. And so imagine that my husband just washed our car, and we drive down to Galveston, and before we go, we wrap the car in saran wrap. Okay, which I know is kind of crazy, but wrap in saran wrap. When we get down there, we go have fun, leave the car wrapped in saran wrap. We come back home, the saran wrap would be filthy. It would have the dead bugs, yes, maybe a bird because I drove, all the things, and it would just not be okay. It would be really gross. But underneath, the car would be just as if we had just washed it. It would be protected. That is what a non-comedogenic foundation does for your skin. So it creates a layer. So I know you had mentioned in the beginning that you're very anti-foundation because you don't like that it makes you look cakey and things like that. And Mary Kay thought of that, which is so brilliant. We have so many different variants of foundation. Today, I'm gonna have you try our CC cream. It's super light, so it's perfect for the person like you that's like, I don't want to look like I'm wearing anything. I just want to be natural. I know that you mentioned that you like a little bit more coverage, and so I have others that are available. So if you don't like this coverage, at the end during your consultation, when we book your follow-up appointment, I will absolutely go over that. And by the way, anyone who becomes my customer tonight is also entitled to a follow-up appointment. And so I do custom color with you, custom foundation matching. You should be changing your foundation twice a year. So I will be that girl. Like, you don't have to worry about it. I will text you and be like, it's time for you to change. And I will match you. And I got you. So don't even worry about it. So I'm going to come around and just quickly color match you. And then what you're going to do is you're not going to do the 1 dot shot thing that you typically do because it dries really fast and you'll have 4 dots on your face. We're just going to work in sections. When you first put it on, it's not going to look like your color most likely, and that's because it works with the pigmentation within your skin. So you're going to keep blending it until you cannot see it anymore, okay? So just keep blending. I also want you to look across each other. You know, it's night, and so the light's not the best. And even though I usually have like a 99% matching rate, sometimes I mismatch someone. So if she's looking like a pumpkin or a ghost, I need you to say something, okay? And we'll just have a restart button. Okay, so I'm going to come around and match you really quick. And this is where I should have Q-tips, but I don't, but we're good. Okay, for sanitary purposes, I'm going to do Q-tips. Yep. Let me see if I have any in my pocket. No, there, but we're not going to look for them. So let's pretend I have Q-tips.
Just airdrop it.
Yeah. And so I'm going to actually match on her cheek. This is what happens when children. Is this the one you normally wear?
That's very. But no,
You don't?
I wear it very light usually. But let me.
Are you wearing the bronzer? Well, I'm going to try your cheek.
Yeah, I am wearing it.
Oh, I think this blends really good in you.
Well, maybe I'll be changing my foundation.
And we are professionally matching sales directors' foundations.
I've only been married for 3.5 years. Wearing their own.
Okay, we've all done it. Okay, and if you need more, just let me know because it's buildable. And I'm going to use the corner of this. Really? I would have guessed differently, Alicia. For speed, they're telling me. Now, I do want you all to know, as I'm matching them, fake matching them because they're telling me their colors for time's sake, is that sometimes you got to do a couple test stripes. And you always want to do it on their chin and lean into the light so you can see. And don't be scared to go outside. Like, there's sometimes I have to take people outside because it's, yeah, I will. But you know what that shows? That shows that I'm professional, and it shows that I don't want to just make a sale. I want to make sure they look good, you know?
It's changing a little bit.
I think that looks, yeah, that's your color.
I always wear very light, but always
No, I think that's too white on you. Are you guys both
Medium.
light to medium too?
I'm very light.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, man.
All right, we're gonna.
Am I the
Should give you
wrong
light
person?
I'm like, what is it right now? Their life has changed.
Maybe we should try light.
You guys
We're gonna
just
do
trust
lights.
her. She knows what she's doing.
I'm
What happened?
Your world has changed over there.
Will you just look in that thing and see if there's a light to medium?
No,
That looks good on Alicia though.
It just blends really well. Oxidizes on your skin.
Yeah, I think you guys should try light to medium.
Okay.
Thank you.
I just want to get a few more shades darker to go. I went to the beach.
Okay, light to medium.
Last year.
You might be very light though. Now that I'm coming up close to you.
Pretty light. I was hoping I could be a light to medium, but you know.
But you know what? It's blending.
Okay, let's try
Let's try it.
Let's
Go
go
for it.
crazy.
You can be any foundation shade you want as long as you blend down your neck.
Okay. Now what you're gonna notice. Okay, a couple things that you're gonna notice is that your face may have a little bit of a shine to it for a few minutes. This is gonna set to a matte. I also like going with a translucent powder over it to set it afterwards. And then after about 15 minutes, it becomes transfer resistant, which means it's not gonna get on clothing. It's not gonna get, like if you've ever been to a wedding and the poor groom has 5 pounds of makeup, that is not gonna be you. And so I love that you can swim with it, you can sweat with it, you can cry with it, and it's not gonna go anywhere, which is fantastic. And again, Jessica, like if this is not a good coverage for you, then in your consultation, we can try the medium coverage. Like I know you would love that. So if you want something with a little bit more coverage, I have that available. See, I think that looks great on you.
Yes, too.
What does our audience think on the colors? Good, good. Okay, and so let's pretend like I mismatched someone. Okay, so this is where you guys, like you roll with it. And so I would say, okay, Jessica, I'm looking at you and it's a little bit orange. So let's take you down a color. So go ahead and just take your washcloth, dab it. You don't have to do it for real. And I'm gonna have her put moisturizer on, primer again, and just make it right. But you will get to a point, you guys, if you do enough parties that you literally can look at someone and be like, you're a, you know, just like that. So don't let that intimidate you because it took me mismatching a lot of people. Like to give you hope, when I was a new consultant, I didn't care to like listen to my sales director skincare class. And so the way that I matched foundation is I would be like, do you want to be tan or white? That's what I did. And if you wanted to be tan, I would give you like a beige 8 or whatever. And just keep blending into your neck. Just keep blending.
Wherever your
It looks
shirt line
great.
is,
It looks
just go
great.
right past that.
I could tell you stories. You guys, there was another time, so we had a product in Mary Kay called CelluShape, and it was amazing with cellulite. It firm and lifted your butt. It was amazing. And so this was before we didn't have the repair line yet or anything. And so 22-year-old Leah thought it would be a great idea. Like, if this stuff firms your butt, it can firm your face. And so I would sell it at my skincare class as like, you can put it on your face, which you probably shouldn't have. And Mary Kay had this contest where like, who sold the most CelluShape at career conference? Guess who totally won? Like, I won my career conference. Because everyone was putting on butt cream on their face. So
Did it work okay?
I think, I mean, they had like this, like their face was like, because it really did stiffen everything. So they looked like they had kind of like a mini stroke, but it was after the party, it was fine. Like, they were just like, yeah, their face was like, it was like I had come up with like a form of Botox. Okay, so don't share that story at your party. But anyway, okay. So now we're going to do the clothes. So they look great. I'm going to have them go around and say, okay, tell us one thing that pops about each person's skin. Like, what are you noticing? Like, what are you noticing about Jessica's skin? Yes.
It really evens out your skin. Like, you don't have any blotches or redness.
Oh my gosh, I was just gonna say the same thing about you. It looks like total, complete, beautiful palette of like wonder.
Mhm.
Your redness is like completely gone.
Yeah, your redness is
Oh,
gone.
you're like Beyonce or Cher.
Yeah. How are we wearing the same color? That's my question.
No, you're not. Oh, you are. No, you are, because you did light to medium.
I like medium. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's what's crazy.
You guys, and this is where it works with your pigmentation. Yeah, it works with pigmentation. Okay, and then what about,
She is just like glowy, perfect, like palette, like porcelain goddess.
Yes. Yeah, I love it. It looks
So
really pretty.
amazing.
Okay, so here is what we're gonna do. I have all your gift bags for you tonight, and I'm gonna take you into your individual consultations. I know that you had mentioned that you've got to meet your husband, so we'll take you first, and we'll be really quick. Should you want something tonight, I have everything here, and so you'll be able to take it home with you. But if not, like I said, there's no obligation. I'm gonna go ahead and pass out some special price sheets. And this is in honor of Jessica's party. And so the only thing that I ask is, like, if you have a friend and she sees your products that you got, you can't tell her how much you paid, because I can't offer the same pricing to everybody. Okay. This is special for Jessica today and her party. And so before I go over the sets though, really quickly, I want you to close your eyes. Just bear with me. Close your eyes. Okay. Okay. I want you to go into your closet. We're going to take a virtual tour into your closet. Okay. Everyone walk in, move the shoes out of the way, get in. Okay. All right. Now I want you to find that outfit. Where is that outfit where you remember feeling like $1 million when you had it on? It could be your wedding dress. It could be maybe recently, like, you went to a concert and bought a really cute outfit. Like, what was that outfit where you felt beautiful? Okay, so I want you to slip into that outfit. Don't worry if it doesn't fit. Let's pretend like it fits, okay? Slip into that outfit. Get your shoes that you would have with that outfit. Okay, get the purse. Were you wearing undergarments, like were there Spanx involved? Get those on, okay? Everything, okay? And then jewelry, accessorize. Were you wearing Kendra Scott earrings? Were you wearing earrings? Did you get your hair done? Was your hair special colored? Did you get it professionally done? Were your nails done? Okay, now open your eyes. Okay, when you add up everything, like your hair, your nails, your makeup, like, how much did you spend on your total outfit? 600, 700? Thousands of dollars. And you're always gonna have someone that's like $29.99, and you're like, good for you. That's awesome. Okay. So here is my point. Like, so for me, it was my wedding day. Is that what most of you said? Like, was your wedding day? Anniversary. Okay, good. You spent $600 on an anniversary date?
Well, in my black dress and my pumpkin.
Oh, wow.
On your 10th anniversary.
Look at that. Okay. All right. So anyway, so when I think of that outfit, it was my wedding day, and it was probably $600 or $700, like, by the time everything was said and done. Okay. And now when I look at the pictures, like, my dress was pretty, but like my makeup was totally, like, that's out of style now. My hair is completely out of style. I mean, right, our wedding dresses for some of us that have been married for a while, out of style. And so you look at those photos, but it's not something that you're going to wear over and over and over and over again. Also, when you think of your best friend, like, think of your best friend right now. Did you guys think of her shoes? No, you thought of her face, right?
Yes.
And so my point is your face is your first impression. Like, trends will come and go. And it's so amazing to me that as women, we will drop so much money on purse or designer sunglasses or prescription glasses or whatever, but we don't invest in our skin. And that's where Mary Kay comes in. We have such a revolutionary product where it is your 10 year from yourself 10 years from now will thank yourself today that you took care of your skin, and it's an incredible product. When you shop with Mary Kay, this is what you get. Number one, an American made product, which I think is really important. Number two, you're supporting a small business. So my husband and I both own small businesses, and so we are probably over the top anal about supporting small businesses because we know the effect that it has on families and local communities. And so I want you to know that whenever you purchase Mary Kay from your consultant, which would be me today, you're not just buying a product, you're paying for my daughter to go to gymnastics. You're paying for my son's homeschool co-op. You're paying for my husband to open another restaurant. And so I want you to know, like, my customers mean the world to me. Also, you're getting me as your beauty consultant. So my 5-year-old son, twice a week, we dress him up in his little suit and he delivers products. So never again will you have to go walk into Sephora. My little Lincoln will show up at your door with your bag all wrapped up and ready to go. Also, I'm open all the time. Like, if you're realizing that at 10 o'clock at night before the trip to the Bahamas, you forgot something, I'm your girl. I will show up with your product. You can count on me. I also will come and color match you twice a year because I don't want you looking like a ghost or a pumpkin. And lastly, with the Mary Kay products themselves, everything is 100% guaranteed. So like if you take something home tonight and you don't like the results within a couple days or a couple of weeks, Mary Kay will refund that 100%. And also formulas. So we have 2 different formulas in Mary Kay. I know, Alicia, you had mentioned that this felt a little dry to you. So we have a normal to dry formula that would give you a little bit more moisture. So when we're in our consultation, I will customize your skincare for you. But if we get home and realize like it was too much moisture, we can play around with it and I'll keep doing it until we get it right. And so I love that you know that you can shop with 100% confidence that it's a great product, okay? All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and pass these sets around and go over them with you really quick. If you guys want to share. Let's pretend like you have one. Okay, perfect. All right, so over to the right-hand side, that's our Miracle Collection. This is the base of our entire skincare line. So this is for someone that's like, you know what, I don't do a whole lot, but I know I need to be doing something. So it's still gonna provide you with anti-aging properties. It's got the cleanser, which is right here, and then that day and night cream, and then the eye cream. If you want, you can also add the CC cream or a foundation to that as well, okay? Also, Mary Kay is a lot like shopping at Costco. Do y'all go to Costco?
Yes.
Costco or Sam's? So why do we shop there?
Bulk.
2 reasons.
Cheaper.
Free samples and bulk. So I give free samples and I also do bulk, okay? So that's how Mary Kay works. The reason why I passed it around is I wanted you all to feel and see how much you really need on your skin. With Mary Kay products, you don't have to have a whole handful of stuff to get to lather up. They're highly concentrated. So this cleanser, for example, using it twice a day, you'll get through it in about 8 months. And it's designed to run out at different times. So like then the day cream might take about 4 months. The night cream might take about 5 months. The eye cream takes forever. Like the eye cream lasts for forever. And so, I mean, I've had the tester since Mary Kay came out with it, and I'm still on the same tube. So I would say close to a year on that. And so sometimes looking up front, you might go, gosh, $110, but Mary Kay per ounce, and I have done the math on this, Mary Kay per ounce is actually cheaper than Neutrogena at Walmart. And again, the Mary Kay person won't come deliver it to you. So there's lots of perks there. Yeah, it really is. So it's just because it's highly concentrated. So again, it's like Costco, you're buying in bulk so that you save that money. And then also Mary Kay was brilliant because when you run out of it, you're not reordering the entire set at the same time. You're going to reorder a cleanser or a moisturizer. So it's not going to be hitting your pocketbook and making it super expensive. Our most popular collection is that middle one. That's the Ultimate Miracle Collection. It's $165. In addition, you also get a half-price spa bar item below. So you'll see that the spa bars right there. We have a pedicure lotion, a couple ones that I'll highlight for you. You all tried the satin lip set, our award-winning oil-free eye makeup remover, the Skin Vigorate. That's the same thing as a Clarisonic. It's amazing. The charcoal mask. There are the replenishing serum C. I call it Spanx for your face. It lifts and nourishes your skin when you use it. It looks like you've been drinking a ton of water, and it just makes your face look dewy and amazing. The microdermabrasion. I know you had mentioned your sister's wedding. That biocellulose mask would be amazing to prep for that. And then the satin hand, which y'all tried in the beginning. And then we also have a targeted action toning lotion that firms and tightens the skin, and you can use that all over your body. Not your face. And then with any collection, I also put bags in front of y'all. These are our travel roll-up bags. And so with any collection, you also can get one of these bags at half off. And these bags, I call them my marriage saver. My husband doesn't like a lot of clutter on the countertop, and I tend to put my makeup everywhere. Does anyone else do that? So now you can put everything in here. You just go like this to open it. And then it spins if you're into spinning. You can just spin it all day long. And then my favorite part is that, like you mentioned, you've been going to the gym. Ta-da! And I don't know, does your stuff ever get kind of dusty
So
from makeup?
disgusting and dirty.
So it gets dusty. You can put this in the top rack of your dishwasher to clean it. So it's really easy to clean. And then it just rolls up. So it's absolutely fantastic for travel. My son will steal this and put his Hot Wheels like in different like yellow cars in this pocket and things like that. So they're absolutely fantastic. So those are the roll-up bags. So that middle collection is the same as the first one, only we've added in the microdermabrasion. So again, there's 52 treatments in there, so almost one per week for an entire year. It's a fantastic deal. And then the Cadillac collection is for someone that's like, you know what, I really need to do something about my skin. And so this is for someone that wants to make the investment to take care of their skin. So it's our whole set plus the primer, foundation, the satin lips, and then the eye makeup remover as well. A couple things. One is, I work with every budget. So like if you're looking at the Ultimate Miracle Collection and you're like, oh, I want that so bad, but I don't know if I can do it today. Like don't stress, like we'll get it figured out. We have no interest payment plans. Like we can work something out so that you can still take it home today, okay? All right, so before I take you into your individual consultation, does anyone have any questions? Or did I miss anything?
No, we did. So we all tried the combination oily set today, all of us?
Yes, everyone had the same formula.
Wow.
Yep.
Amazing.
Yep, everyone did. Okay, so what I'm going to do is we're going to pretend like we're in an individual consultation. So I'm going to move the computer back over there. Why don't we take a, yes.
One thing that a lot of people wanted to know is, do you finish the game with like marketing with the tickets? Or you just don't?
Oh, yes, so I would have drawn for that, yes. So like how I had them ask me questions, I had them do the referral game, I would have drawn out of there.
Okay.
Yes. After I did the consultations.
Oh, after the consultation.
So when I'm bringing the, because that gets people to stay. So yes, so don't do it right away. We do it at the very end because that gets people to stay. And you'll hear people say like, she hasn't done the drawing yet, don't leave. Okay, so let's, why don't we take you guys, let's take a, oh gosh, okay, we're gonna take a 7-minute break. 7-minute break, I'm gonna readjust the camera and then we'll get started with the close and then everything else we need to do tonight.
That's it. My sister's oh, yeah. Yeah.
I guess I should just get scissors.
They're definitely yeah, I think you could. Well, I wear like ivory 4 to ivory 6, which I feel like that's exactly like very light medium.
Which is so funny because I wear like stage 4.
Really? Oh my gosh, that's so weird.
Yeah, I'm an ivory 5, 6.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And so I'm
Well, I always learn.
ivory.
Oh yeah. Well, they always say too, like if you're like in between two shades, always go like the darker shade because it's just
Yeah.
like it's better to look. Just light it in. Be like. Do Mr. Clean some of this up for you real quick?
Well, I think I'm just gonna actually do a run through of the closing because I didn't realize what time it is. So I might just run through the different scenarios. Okay. Okay, we're gonna start in like 2 minutes. 2 minutes. I'm good. You're good. Good. I don't know if I'm gonna have to, I might have to pivot a little bit. I don't know yet. Oh yeah, yeah. No. No. I don't have any like strategic reason not to. I just don't. I think for time's sake. Probably.
So I wonder, do you sell a lot of just like individual, like they don't buy any sets, they buy just the triple mask?
Because I'm offering it at half off, so then they're like, "Well, I can get the mask at half off if I get the set." Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I tried adding the mask into the set once.
Mm-mm. Stephanie Coker had that one. I'm going to post that. Or I might have already posted it. I don't. It might be in that the resources from week 1 or whatever. Yeah. We need to charge. We need to charge. I think my charger. Do you see it plugged in? It's plugged in right there in the island, Jessica Island. And then I thought I had a extension. Oh, perfect. Okay. Yeah, let's charge. Okay, are you all ready? We're gonna get started. Oh no, we might need to. Okay, that works. If I go like that, yeah. Okay, guys, we're gonna get started. People at my house, we're getting started. Okay. All right, so I'm going to just quickly, I was going to have them come up each for a close, but because of the time and we have a lot to cover, I just want to kind of give you a quick recap. And then if I need to, I will make a Facebook Live to expand more if it's not clear enough, okay? So what I do is once everyone's sitting there, I go ahead and I say, okay, I'm going to go ahead and take everyone into their individual clothes. Just give me a minute to set up. And so usually I am in like another room, like a formal living room. But you guys, I mean, sometimes I'm in small apartments, so I'll just go near the toaster oven in the kitchen. Like I've done them in the bathroom. Like just be flexible, okay? So if possible, like if I'm in a scenario where like I'm in a bedroom or another living room, if possible, I want to be on the floor. Now, I know some of you, maybe physical limitations, you can't do that. Or like even when I was super pregnant, I usually did when I was super pregnant, but then I couldn't get up at a point. So like just you need to know yourself. But if you're physically able to, there is something psychological that happens when you sit beneath a person. So typically, like, can you guys demonstrate? And I'll turn the camera so they can see. So like Brandy is the customer and Jessica's sitting, where are you there? Like that. That is how I am at my parties. Okay? Just like that. How she's at the coffee table, like that. Okay, so there's psychology to that. So if you're able to do that, do that. Okay, let me get replugged in here. We have so many cords. It's ridiculous. Okay, perfect. Okay, so that's the first thing. And then I have the gift bags that we talked about last week. Those are there. And then I'll have them bring their sales slip and their profile card. Now, a couple things you noticed in the beginning, I had them fill out their sales slip. It's connecting them to the sale already. That's why I have them do it. And also because I'm horrible with names. And so that really makes it less embarrassing because I can be like, oh, hi, Alicia. How was your skin? Okay, so I have them bring that over. And so I'll sit down with Alicia. Alicia was one of them. I'll say, Alicia, you know, how does your skin feel? And she'll say, it feels so great. And also you can go like this, how does your skin feel? And you will see them mimic you. So whatever you do, they will do. So I'll go, how does your skin feel? And you'll see her go, it's like magic, okay? And what was your, let me go, okay. So then I take this and I say, okay, Alicia, out of all the sets that we tried today, which one would you most like to go home with? Like, you guys, I go in for the kill. Like it is not like because I'm here to sell product. I made that clear up front that they don't have to buy anything. So I said, out of all the sets, which would you most like to go home with? Alicia, what was your line?
So not to be rude or anything, but I've tried a lot of new products and they just haven't really worked. So I think I might try the basic and then in a couple months maybe.
Okay, so her story is, and we came up with scenarios for you guys. Her story is that she's tried a lot of things for her skin and nothing helps, so she doesn't know if she wants to make the investment. And so she's going to start with the Miracle set, and maybe in a couple months, she'll give the Ultimate Miracle a try. She'll get back to me. So then what I'm going to say is, Alicia, that's awesome. The Miracle set is absolutely incredible. One thing that I do want to add is I know in the beginning you were really looking for something to even out the texture of your skin, and that's where the microdermabrasion honestly comes into play. I totally understand your concerns. I would feel the same way too if I had a lot of bad experiences with other products. One thing I want to reiterate to you though is that Mary Kay comes with a 100% guarantee. So I'm going to follow up with you in the next 2 days or so, and then again in another week just to see how the products are doing. And if for any reason you don't like it, you can return it and get a full refund. I know that's probably not normal to you because most companies don't do that, but that's the standards that Mary Kay has because we really believe in our products. So do you want to go ahead and just get the Ultimate Miracle Collection today so that you're seeing the full benefit right away? And then, okay. Now again, some of you are watching, you're like, what did she just say? You guys, it is years of practice. I screwed up before I got it right. Okay, so that's what's going to happen. We're just going to keep doing it though, over and over and over again, and we'll get good. Okay, so that was her scenario. What was your scenario, Jessica? Okay, she loved everything, but she doesn't have enough money today. So I will say, great, Jessica, that's why we have our no interest payment plan. It's for someone exactly like you. So let's do this. Let's figure out everything that you loved and let's write it down. And by the way, when you're doing these sets, and I will post the sheet in our page, but when you're doing these sets, you charge the retail tax. You charge the retail tax because as a consultant, we have to pay that when we order it. So like if it says $183 value, you're going to charge tax on the $183. Okay. So I will take that and I will put I'll say like let's say she says the Miracle Collection or the Cadillac Collection is what she wanted. She wants the Cadillac. Okay. So on something big like that, my policy is I always have to get at least half up front. So I'll write it out and I'll say, Jessica, this is what I can do. I have to get at least half up front today. And you'll still get to go home with everything. And then what I can do is I can break it into another payment. So you can tell me your next pay date and I can go from there. That's still really high. So if she's like, it's still kind of high, I can go, okay, let me rework the numbers. Okay, Jessica, this is what I can do. I have to get at least half up front today, but I can take the remaining balance and I can break that up into 2 more payments and we can coincide it with when you get paid. Okay, so you start with the half and half, and most people will be like, yeah, that's great, that's perfect, okay? And then what I do is I have her credit card information written down, and we agree upon a date ahead of time. Like, I will run your card on the 17th or whatever. Now, I once had a lady that was like, it was February, and she's like, yeah, you can run my card in November. No. So I had that happen. No. So what you need to do is you need to say to them, oh, I have to do it at least 2 weeks, like in 2-week increments. I can't go over that. Now, for the Miracle Collection and for the Ultimate and the Miracle, I will never do more than 2 payments. Never. Never. Only on the Cadillac. So for the Ultimate, I'll do that in 2 payments, and the Miracle, I'll just do 2 payments. If they order a charcoal mask and ask me for payments, the answer is no. No, it's only over $100. Okay? Now, some of you are going, oh, well, what if their card doesn't work when you go to charge it or whatever? Okay, I've only had this happen 1 time in 13 years. 1 time. And I messaged the girl. I had gotten my money, the half up front. I got that taken care of, so I covered my cost. But when I went to go charge her for the other half, she disappeared. And I really had to practice hard being a Christian. And so I sent her a nice text and gave her the benefit of the doubt, and she didn't respond. And I sent her another text, didn't respond. And so then I just took it as a tax write-off. But you guys, in 13 years, 1 time. 1 time. And I think that's a pretty good track record. And I still got my money though, because I charged her in front of her, okay? And I just figured God really needed her to have that product for a steep discount, okay? And again, I didn't lose money because it was my cost, okay? All right, so that's with the sets. And then you can have them add in the spa bar. So I always upsell. So I always say, Jessica, with the Cadillac Collection, you can also add 2 of the spa bar items. Which ones did you want to take advantage of? So I want you to notice though, I didn't say, would you like any? I say, which are the 2 that you would like to take advantage of? There's a lot of psychology to selling, you guys. There's a lot of psychology, so I'm teaching you that. Another little side note, if you notice I pass around the product, you know why I do that. They build a bond to the product because you now can visualize yourself in the bathroom doing that. That's why I pass it around. And I also want them to get in the habit of knowing how much to use. Okay, but they take ownership. Every time they touch that bottle, it's making a connection. It's releasing chemicals. It's making a connection. Like, it's true. Psychology. Okay. What was your scenario?
I was just really happy with music.
Awesome. I'm so glad that you're happy. You said that you're on Dermalogica. So her scenario, sorry, because y'all can't hear. She's really happy. She uses Dermalogica and she loves it and she's happy with it. And so she said, no, I think I'm just going to stick with what I use. Awesome. Thank you so much for coming tonight. And I love that you're on a good line. Dermalogica is awesome. If anything ever changes, you have my information and make sure to connect with me. Thanks for coming tonight. That's it. Okay, that's it. We never talk bad about other products. So if I know something negative about Dermalogica, I'm not going to be like, it has frog poop in it. I'm not going to say that. Just let her do it, okay? All right. And it doesn't. I don't want to like start a rumor. It doesn't. Okay. And then also, so like for Jessica, so only when they have bought in the Miracle Collection or higher do I book a follow-up with them, because they're a customer of mine now. So what I would say in that conversation is I would take her order and I would say, okay, Jessica, now it's time for us to book your follow-up appointment. So here's what I do is I hold all individual appointments in my home on Thursday evenings, or if you'd like more of a customized experience, I can come to you and you can have a couple of friends over and you actually can earn most of your makeup for free. Which sounds better to you? Did you miss that one more time? Okay. So I will say, okay, Jessica, now it's time to book your follow-up appointment. We can do this one of two ways. The first way is I hold all individual appointments in my home on Thursday evenings, or if you'd like more of a customized experience, I can come to you. You'll have at least 3 of your girlfriends and you'll actually get most of your makeup for free. Which sounds better to you? Okay, now let's take a time out here. So when I was doing lots of facials and driving all over the state of California, it was not a good use of my time. And so now what have I just done? I've brought all the facials to me on a Thursday night and I am your hostess and all I have to do is slap out a carton of Oreos. And my inventory is right down the hallway. It's brilliant. Okay, so when Jessica books the party, and let's pretend she wasn't the hostess. I don't want to confuse you all. So Jessica's like new Jessica. Okay, so she booked the party. So I show up to her house an hour early. I have prepped her to just have foundation on her face. Okay, and then her and I together do color. Now I'm going to take a time out because some of you are breathing really deep and you just broke out into hives when I said the word we're going to do color. Right? You're freaking out. Okay. This is where this is where you're going to empower yourself. You guys, there are YouTube tutorials. Kelly Brock is going to give us videos. Kelly is, because she's awesome. Kelly would send me links, okay, so I can post them. But you just need to study. You guys, like my makeup, I did not know how to wear makeup when I came into Mary Kay. Like, I don't know if I shared this in my eye story, but my idea of eyeshadow was Wet n Wild sparkly lip gloss on my eyelids. That's what I did for date night. Remember the 99-cent from Wet n Wild? It was wild. Okay, so it was lip gloss, so it was wet. Okay, so that is what I did. And so all of this, the fake lashes, you guys, I learned how to do that from a YouTube tutorial, contouring, YouTube tutorial, or a girlfriend. Like, you've got to empower yourself. Stop saying you don't know what you're doing. You can do this. You just need to figure it out. Life is about figuring it out, okay? Figure it out. I'm still figuring things out. You guys, I'm watching chicken tutorials for Pete's sake. Then I got to watch llama ones, apparently. Okay. So I show up and do makeup with her, okay? And it's very basic. We're not doing like super like prom glam. It's like just basic every day, and you're gonna learn how to do that. If you're still too chicken, you can take Kelly Brock's video and be like, we're gonna watch this video together. It's a new one. Let's watch it together. And then you have her do the video that way. Like, there are so many things you can do until you build your confidence in this department. So many things, okay? So then what's gonna happen is her girlfriends are gonna show up, and Jessica is gonna look like a hot muffin, and all of her friends are gonna be like, I wanna be you. A hot muffin. Right out of the oven. But she's gonna look super hot. And so her friends are gonna want to be her. And so that is like the best advertisement, because I can be like, well, you all can look like Jessica when you book a follow-up appointment with me. And do you see how the cycle goes? Do you see how it goes? Now the referrals that I gave you all, that is gonna come from that referral packet that I posted. I posted that, right? In the week 1 resources, or I will post it. But it's a referral packet, and it shows you, and in the packet is an actual text message that I sent to someone to book a party. And that exact text message is that Madison came from that exact text message that I posted. It's crazy. So it worked, apparently. All right, so that was Jessica's scenario. Do we feel good about that? No, that was yours. That was yours. Dermalogica, we're good. We just shut it down. You still get the goodie bag. It's awesome, okay? All right, what was our other scenario?
I get paid next week.
She gets paid next week. Okay, this happened to me at my last party. So the woman ordered the Miracle Collection. She got paid, so that was on a Sunday. She got paid on Friday. So this is what I said. Okay, awesome. Let's go ahead and write down everything that you want. I'm going to take down your debit card, credit card, whatever you want to use, and then I will charge it on Friday and ship you the products. A lot of you are saying, oh, I'll follow up with you then, and da-da-da-da, and then you're losing the sale. Because when she gives me that credit card, we have just completed the transaction. And so then I wait till Friday, and then I ship her or deliver the products to her. Make sense? Okay. She said, do I ever deliver on the spot and charge on Friday? I have in a rare instance, like if I really made a great connection with someone, but most of the time, no. I would say like maybe I've had that happen twice. And if it was like someone I knew, I would. Yeah, obviously. Yeah, I know where they live. Okay, so did I miss anything? Any other things about the closing? Oh, so then the other thing is once I've talked to like Jessica, took her order, and I usually, you guys, because I've been doing like a lot of apartments lately, I will keep, and I have cooler bags that go in my insulated case. You can buy these like bubble things off of Amazon. I'll post a link, and they don't bleed. They don't water. Like, you know how things bead. Yeah, so it keeps my products cool. So like if you're in the heat, you can't just leave your products in the car. So it keeps them cool, especially because that's insulated. And so I do keep my products in the car at a party because I've been doing a lot of apartments and I don't like lugging those up the stairs. So once I take all the orders, I'll run down and get everyone's orders and then bring them up together. And then I will do my drawing. Unless someone had to leave right away, then I'll run down, and that's how you burn the extra calories. Is what happens. Okay, so that happens, and then so sharing the opportunity. So then I look at the back of her card, and I had her write down A, B, or C. This is not even like a good gauge, you guys, because like National Sales Director Crystal Trojanowski was a C. And I followed up with her 8 times before she recruited. And she was a C and told me no 8 times. So you need to go off of your intuition. And so if you really liked her and you had a connection, you can be like, hey, I know that you put down a C. But we have this event coming up next week, and I just really feel like you could relate to this girl, and I would love for you to listen. We're doing drawing for some free product. Like, do you have 15 minutes that you'd just entertain it? And maybe if it's not for you, it could be for your sister or someone that you know. Humor me. All of you are in practice, which is awesome. Like, I can't say this line. You can be like, I'm in process of earning my free car. I need some practice. Would you meet with my sales director and I for 20 minutes? And bribe them. Every single like personal recruit that is like Stephanie Coker, for example, you guys, she was a satin lips. I was terrified. I emailed her to book her sharing appointment. And I was a Cadillac sales director, and I was super intimidated by her. And so I emailed her and said, the only thing you didn't buy was satin lips. Would you meet me for coffee and I'll give you a satin lips? And she said yes. And there's Stephanie Coker for you. Lily Gotro was an eye makeup remover that she still says she has yet to get from me, apparently. And then I'm trying to think. Brittany was like an eyeshadow. Like everyone was a product. And so like if they're hard to get, I'll say, look, I'm not above bribery. If I give you a lip gloss at half off, and if you can't afford to do the full, like just do a half off item or whatever. I know you love that charcoal mask. If I gave you a discount on that, would you come meet with me? The B people. I saw that you marked a B. Let's set up a time. What will work better for you? And you guys stop overthinking it. Like don't think like, oh, my sales director isn't going to be available or whatever. Pick 2 times that work. And I promise your sales director will make one work. 2 times that work, okay? And it's better in person. You need toe-to-toe, but sometimes we have to do them virtually. So do them FaceTime or whatever. Don't do them on the phone. It needs to be FaceTime, Facebook video, or person. Because when they're on the phone, it's too distracting with all the things. They're going to be doing everything else, everything, okay? And if they're an A, you say, oh my gosh, you're an A. This is so awesome. Let me pull up my phone and let's get your agreement going. You don't need to talk to your sales director, for Pete's sake. Like, don't make a big deal about it. Just let's do this. Like, even if it's your first team member, you need to just contain your excitement. I know you're freaking out on the inside, but just be like, oh my gosh, golly, I did this. Okay. And then log in, and then your sales director will be like, what just happened? What did you do? And that's going to like be insane for your confidence, which is fantastic. Okay. So that is that. And so from start to finish, I'm usually out, you guys, in an hour 20. Is what I'm usually out. And if people are late, I always will start at 15 after. And if they're late, if I can catch them up, I can. If not, they were late. Because I want to be respectful of everyone else. Like, it's highly disrespectful to people that show up on time if you're going to whatever. A couple of the things is if they have alcohol there, I never, ever, 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 ever drink at the party. Ever. Because if you drank at your job, you would get fired. Like, if you're a teacher, you would not drink. If one of the moms was like, hey, I've got a vodka in my purse, would you like it? Like, you might want to, but you're not going to, okay? So you need to think of it that way, okay? And so I am very much like, I'm there for business. And also, if you have people that are talking, this is where you've got to learn to control the class. So I didn't have them do this tonight, but like if if Alicia just would not shut up and she's just talking about her dog and her great aunt or whatever, I will walk over and I'll put my hand on her shoulder and continue to talk. That's what you do. You just took a deep breath.
No, that's what a teacher does.
Oh, okay.
As a teacher,
I'm like, are we okay?
that had happened to me.
Okay, huge sigh. So a little secret, you guys, if you're ever at your unit meeting, your sales director is going to hate that I'm sharing this. If you're ever at your unit meeting and and you have the microphone and your director starts rubbing your back, she wants you to stop talking. We have cues too. This means stop talking. You're talking too long. Okay. A couple other things about the skincare class. Okay, so how do you view selling? So here's another thing too, is that some of you, when you came into Mary Kay, you froze and said, I'm not a salesperson. What you need to know is that selling is an everyday occurrence. I sold so many times today. First example, I was not successful, but we get in the car and 30 minutes into it, I really need to go, really bad. And so I told my husband, we need to pull over. And he has a C, he needs to get there. He's like, no, you don't. Buc-ee's is 3 hours away, you're fine. So then the selling began. I have had 3 babies. You have not had 3 babies. You do not understand what this is like. And then he sold me back. Well, you can just use a cup. I kid you not. You can use a cup. And I'm like, honey. And he's kidding, of course. He's like, you don't need to go that bad. We're fine. So then we're caravanning with Audrey. I'm like, how bad do you need to be? And of course she says, which doesn't help my selling case, she's like, I can do it another hour. I'm good another hour. So that didn't work. So I lost the sale, but I tried to sell. That was a selling. Okay. I sold my child. We went to Buc-ee's and got, I sold to her, not legitimately. Let's retract that. Someone's going to edit this out and no. Beep, redo. Okay. I sold to my child. So Kennedy got a little bento box with turkey and grapes and all the little thingamabobs. And then we also let them buy a cookie. And so I sold to her when I said, honey, when you eat all your turkey and 5 of your grapes, you can have your cookie. I sold to her. So we get these hang-ups about selling, you guys, when in reality, every day you're selling. You know that song, Every Day I'm Hustling? It's every day I'm selling. That's how it goes, guys. That's the truth. Every day you're selling. You're selling getting your husband to take you to a restaurant. I don't want to cook tonight. Let's go out to eat. We should go out to eat because they have a special tonight. It's Wednesday. We got to go. You just sold. So start realizing that you sell every single day. Every day. You'll start thinking about it now. Okay. Your family and friends are going to purchase skincare and beauty products anyway. So that is what makes Mary Kay so easy, you guys, is that my rationale is that everyone has skin, and that's just a hygienic thing. If they're not going to buy it from you, they're buying it from somewhere else. Where a lot of other companies that are selling specifically targeted things, I'm not going to say any names, but can I use an example without looking bad? Because it's just us.
Yeah. Totally.
Okay. So I'm not in dire straits every day to buy leggings with cats writing rainbows on them. Okay. I am not. They're cute. They're fun, but it's not like every day I have to wear cats with unicorns and leggings. I don't. And so those people legit have to sell, hustle. Where in Mary Kay, first of all, it sells for itself. I don't know if leggings with cats writing whatever, unicorns with rainbows with pizza out of their mouth, I don't know if that's going to look good on my body necessarily, okay? But with skincare, they're washing it. Did you see at the end, I had them all say, what did you notice about Alicia's face? Because then it's not the sales lady giving the sale. It's them genuinely affirming each other, oh my gosh, your face, you're glowing. It looks so much better, blah, blah, blah. And they're giving each other nice compliments, okay? All right, so steps to increasing sales. Number 1, people will buy from you because they trust you. So in the beginning, you guys, did you notice when I was doing the satin hands with Alicia, I was carrying on a conversation. I was trying to get her to talk the most. I want her to talk the most. When you talk the least, you win. And so that was us making a bond. And so me just, asking about her daughter and complimenting her, oh my gosh, she's like your mini me. That's so cute. Because when people sit down at the table and it's you haven't done anything ahead of time, they're like this. She's trying to sell me something. I'm going to close off. And that's why the pre-profiling process that I taught you guys last week, that's why it's so critical. It's so critical to have that rapport. I had a lady at my party last Sunday who she made a comment when we were texting. She said something like, I'll have to look at, I got a new phone, so it's not on that phone. She said something like, oh my gosh, I need everything you have because I have 3 kids and I don't sleep. And she put LOL. And I was like, oh my gosh, LOL, I have 3 too. I totally get it. How do we even do it on a daily basis? And so I was just making a little joke with her. And so when we got there, she was like, oh my gosh, let me see a picture of your kids. And we bonded over that. So find opportunities to bond with people. Okay, steps 2, I already said that. Okay, so number 1, people will buy from you because they trust you. That's why the layering process of booking is so critical. Number 2 is to make a connection, be relatable, but don't talk a ton about yourself. Okay, there's some of you that are nervous talkers. And tonight, sales directors, I want you to have a code word. It's going to be cats riding unicorns. That's the code word, code phrase. Okay, and here's the thing, you guys. If your sales director says this to you, and I know this is so awkward. I'm making this so incredibly awkward, but like I call them blind spots. We all have a blind spot. Every single person. We all have a blind spot. And it's a thing that everyone knows about you, but you don't see it yourself. It's true. We all have it. Including myself, okay? All have it. And so there are things, you guys, that are holding you back in your business that if you don't know, it's costing you. So if you are a nervous talker, your sales director is going to say, cat riding a unicorn, I love you. And you are not going to take that as like, oh my gosh, she hates me, I'm a horrible person. It's a, oh my gosh. And just know she equally has stuff going on with her. So you could say it right back to her if she talks too much, okay? Totally fine. Okay. But that's our phrase. Because some people, they become nervous talkers and they don't shut up. And so that's why if your skincare class is 4 hours, you're probably a nervous talker. Are you a nervous talker?
No, Rachel's over there.
Okay, Rachel.
Yeah.
Unicorns. Audrey's like, yeah, unicorns. Okay, but let's make this fair. Okay, so Audrey, like, when you get nervous, what do you do? We all have a thing. Like, when you get nervous?
I normally am the opposite. Like
You don't talk.
Yes, like
So she doesn't talk enough.
start to get like, and then I overthink, and then
Right.
anxiety starts.
Yes. And then you probably forget things. And so Rachel, like, I don't want you to feel bad about this because Audrey has a different way that she just plays it out. Okay? But she knows it, and so she's able to pinpoint it. Like, this is me being nervous. Yes. So, or you could be overconfident. We'll have a different phrase for that. Okay. It's like a counseling session over here at the Carta House. Okay. But it's we all have our thing. Okay, so no one feel bad about it. Okay, the booking process. Follow-up is key to making your party stick. If you drop the ball, they will drop the ball. If you drop the ball, they'll drop the ball. Okay, so table lookout. Okay, I want you to take a whole page of your notes, like a whole page. And like you were 5 years old, I want you to write really big. The lookbook kills my party. 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 The lookbook kills your party. Okay. Do not ever, under any circumstance, put the lookbook on the skincare class table. Am I clear? Okay, here's why. We just went over these fabulous sets. I want you to think before Mary Kay, those of you that wear makeup, your eyeshadow. How many different brands of eyeshadow did you have? How many different brands of lip glosses did you have? How many different brands of mascaras did you try? With your skincare, did you always buy the same cleanser? You're an exception. You're an exception. So women are very loyal to skincare. They will always buy the same. Like for me, for years, I bought that Clean and Clear Orange Burst stuff. For years, I bought that. But then I would see that Maybelline had like a new lip gloss that I could put on my eyes or whatever. Like, so I would do all the different things, okay? So women are not loyal to cosmetics. We are going to get them there with your products, but they're not. And so we have got to start them on the skincare. And so what happens is, if our main thing is the skincare, and then all of a sudden we're putting the lookbook out on the table, you just open up a whole circus. Because now she was going to buy this, and then while you're closing with someone, she's like, oh, maybe I just want an eyeshadow or two. Okay, now I'm not dumb. Like if someone is at the party and they're like, can I see a catalog? I always say, yeah, at the end I'll get you one, not a problem. Okay, or I had a lady at the party on Sunday that was like, I want to get skincare, but I want to get some eye color too. And so I absolutely pull out the catalog and I have her flip through it, but I do not let her take it back to the table. I always say like, that's my one copy. I've got more in the car. I'd be happy to put one in your bag for you. Because the color is going to happen at the follow-up appointment. And so while the other people at the follow-up appointment, this always gets asked, Jessica's going to either do it again or she'll sit there and observe. And then I'll do her consultation at the very end so she gets some free product. Okay? Okay. So do not have a lookbook at your skincare class on the table. Okay, and then we talked about the open, the body, the clothes. We did that. Okay, I'm gonna do 10 minutes of party questions. Did they like post somewhere? Do we know? I have 10 minutes. Yes.
So at the second appointment, how do you determine how much free she gets? I know she's the last one.
Okay, so how much free do you determine she gets at the party? So what I've always done is 10% of the sales in free product. Yeah. Okay, let me check my Voxer group to see.
And that's straight across the board. It's not like 10, 15, 20, depending on how much you sell. It's just 10%.
Yeah, so if I sell $300 worth of skincare, she gets $30.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, so clarify the washcloth thing where the washcloth's wet already in the bag and then she added some essential oils and zipped it closed. You could do it either way. If I have a busy day of parties, I will prep the washcloths at my house. I'll get them wet, put the oil, shake them, and then I will heat them up. I always heat them up for 1 minute because I like them piping hot. And then sometimes I'll have to shake them out so that they don't burn them. So you need to shake them to make sure. Or you can just bring the oil with you. I was always like forgetting my essential oils places, so I usually do it ahead of time. Leah said, if a referral responds to you and find out she lives in New York, do you work that lead Facebook party? Yes, Leah. So I'm going to train on this in another video, but I mail her little packets and we do a Facebook party. Absolutely do that. Absolutely. And this is where, as you build your team, you guys, sometimes you'll have a team member down there that you can dovetail it to and do things like that. But I always work those leads. Okay. Why don't you do half the face? Because I don't. I do because to me, I feel like I'm gypping people. Like a lot of my leads, in all honesty, like I know they can probably see a difference. But to me, like if they're coming for a facial, like if I went somewhere for a facial and the lady only had me do half of the face, I would be irritated. I would feel gypped. And I'm not looking for a one-time sell. I want to build a relationship with these people and I want her to feel pampered. And I never have an issue selling a lot. When do you give the swag bag? So in the consultation, so I sit down with Jessica and I say, okay, here's your goodie bag. And then if she was, so only the hostess, I should clarify, only the hostess is getting the $25. So if I booked her from a referral, then I would set Jessica down and I would say, okay, Jessica, so the gift card that you got, it's a virtual gift card that you got from Samantha. It's $25 off of any set. Which set would you like to take home today or stay home with today? So that would go towards her set, okay? So it's only for the hostess. The total. So I would take the whole total minus the $25, then the payments would be from that total. That's how I do it. I don't know if that's the right way to do it, but that's what I do. She's a high C, so she'll tell me if there's a better way, and I'll let you know. And I'll let you know. Okay. Okay, someone's no, I don't catch them up. My party would be too long. So she said do half the face and then catch them up. That's too much time for me. No, and it's too much time for them. Like I feel like if you do that and you're going back and catching them up, it's too time. But like I said, if it's working for you and you're having like killer parties, then go for it. Go for it. Like I'm not the know all be all. I'm not. Okay. What does the host do during the beauty experience if she did it before the color appointment, before her guest arrives? Like I said before, she just sits there or she can join in again. I give her the option. I'm just seeing if anyone else is texting. Did any of you guys have any questions in here? So if you have a question, let your sales director know and she'll post it in our Voxer group.
So what if like I had a girl who like didn't wash,
Mm-hmm.
like, and she was like had no issues and was happy with that? Would you still do the same thing you did with me with the drink water?
Absolutely.
Okay.
So she had someone who doesn't like to, she doesn't wash her face. Like she's fine with that. I absolutely. Like I'm not here to talk you into something. I want you to buy it because you genuinely want it. Okay, so Kelly said unit members concerned with touching the customer. So Kelly, I don't know if they could hear me, but I did say they need to use a Q-tip. So I just left my Q-tips in the other room. So I did say that. So yes, we don't touch people. So normally I would have my Q-tips and I would Q-tip on their face. So I'm not blending it. So yes, that is a liability. We do not touch, it's in the Mary Kay print. So I don't want anyone to think that I'm going around touching people. But it's just, it didn't sound all right, but we use a Q-tip. So I said that, but I just didn't have them with me and they're all my friends and they were fine with it. So, but I should have had the Q-tip. Okay.
For the satin pins, because you did do
Oh, because I touched them with the satin hands. Oh, that's a good point. Well.
And next question.
Next question.
It just seemed really pampering that you did this. I know.
I've ask permission. Okay, we're gonna clear. Leah's gonna start asking for permission. So how we overcome that is, I have a hand treatment. Can I go ahead and put it on you? Permission granted. Okay. It's too technical, you guys. Too technical. Okay.
So people at your party, like who have like 1,000 trillion questions.
Uh-huh.
So they're talking a lot because they're asking you questions. How do you like
Streamline it so then you're not there.
Yeah, no, so I'll just say, oh my gosh, those are awesome questions. I'm gonna do a Q&A at the end. After we do the close. And then I will forget to do the Q&A when we're in the one-on-one. I'll be like, you had some questions. What were your questions? Yes.
And if for the referral you said the friend gets $25 virtual gift card, is that what if the friend just does a one-on-one facial?
It's with, so in the script, you'll see that it says with a few friends.
Oh, okay.
In the script, yeah. Okay, so Pam said, are those roll-up bags on the table for each guest? So I'm glad that you brought that up, Pam. Thank you. So yes, I had roll-up bags in front of each of them because, again, the eye buys. And so if I have it in front of them all set up, it's like, this is your roll-up bag. So, and that makes it easier for me too. A lot of times I don't have to go to the car because I can be like, here's your roll-up bag. So I come up and every place has a roll-up bag, every single place.
You always demo just for.
I do whatever's in my roll-up bag.
I was sorry.
So she has combo oily, and this is where in here, like if you're a very deal person, ask people what it is. But I just always demo it, and it's great on everyone. So I don't ask. I don't. But Jessica does, and she rocks her parties, right? You get their skin type, yes. But I always let them know, like at the close, not like I did this party, but I always let them know. I'll say we'll customize it for your skin type. So if you're oily, we'll get you the oily combo. But like for a one-time use, it's fine. It's not going to make a difference. And for me, a lot of times I have like 3 back-to-back parties. So like the time counts. Like I have to keep moving. And so if I can just do the same one, because if you think about it past around, it's like, wait, who's oily, who's combo? And that can get drawn out a little bit. Okay. Yes, the roll bags have product in it. Pam, why did you do those emojis? Tell me, Pam's almost a national. Pam, tell me what I should have said. This is about the satin hands, isn't it? Okay, let me know. All right, so. Yeah, I went over that in my video. They can go back. They need to keep up. Keep up. If you're wondering about the swag bag, go back and watch the video you were supposed to watch in the Pacesetter book. I made the video because we don't have time tonight to go over it. Okay, do the guests at a party ever wonder why you're giving their 10 friends gift certificates, but she doesn't get one? No, I've never had that happen. Because I always say it's for something, like in honor of Thanksgiving, I'm giving these away. And she just feels great about that going to her friend. I've never had someone do that, though. But that's a good question. Oh, Lauren, and Lauren knows things. She has a pink Cadillac. Lauren said, legally you can touch hands, but not the face. So I win. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Lauren. That got awkward for like a hot second. Okay. Hello, I'm just shaking the product on their hand. Okay. Okay. This is intense. Okay. Oh, okay, this is good. Danielle brought this up. So how do you handle sensitivity with SPF in the day cream? So I didn't do it tonight because I ran out of my one at my last party, but normally I demo the one without SPF. And so because with the SPF, like I know I can use it now, but the first 2 weeks I couldn't use the SPF in the day cream. It's not everybody, but some people have a sensitivity to it. It made my eyes water a little bit. So I do it without the SPF. And then when I close them, I say I'm going to give it to you with the SPF in it. Which you want to have on a daily basis. If it seems like it's too strong or whatever, just let me know and we'll swap it out. And you guys, that's why Mary Kay, for those of you that are new, we have product replacement. You all know about that, right? And it's awesome. So if you have this happen, you just do your product replacement. Like it amazes me that our company like has the honor system. It's amazing to me that they do that for us. So you can sell with confidence. What do you say to a consultant who says massaging hands are weird? Well, then don't do it. Yeah. To me, you guys, I want them to feel pampered. Like these women don't have anyone loving on them and it feels good. Like when you have someone rubbing the product into your hands, I mean, they do it at the nail salon. Like, so sorry, I gave you like a weird look, but I think you're thinking too hard. I think you need to just try it and then knock it after you've tried it. Just, yeah, do it. Okay. And if you have like a hand phobia, then just don't do it. Like, it's fine. I get that too. Just pivot for yourself. No hands. You don't even have to do the satin hands, you guys. Really.
The other thing I was just gonna add is that if I create a profile beforehand, which I try to always do for my parties, I will put their name on each bag. Like I buy it and I do it, and then I have them like hold it at the beginning, and there's like a lot of ownership.
Yes.
And I ask them if they want to give their bag back.
Oh, so Audrey, and Audrey sells a lot of products. She has like a little name tag on their bag, and then she'll be like, "Do you want to take your bag home with you, or do you want to give it back to me?" Pretty good. Okay. All right, you guys, I am going to stop questions because these are getting intense. I just sell product, you guys. What? They said it's the satin hands, like a long handshake or a hug. You guys, I don't know. Like, I don't know. Okay. Yeah, do whatever you feel like. Oh my gosh. Just make sure to sanitize during flu season. Okay. We're going to move on from that. That was intense. Okay, but seriously, if you have more questions, I can do another Q&A video. I want to keep going with time tonight because we still have a few more things to cover. Okay. That was the party. Okay, so again, you're not going to maybe agree with everything that I did in the party. You do you, but at some point, if you don't have a pink car, I want you to reconsider maybe a little bit. Okay? All right. Okay, so let's talk about your activity last week. So in your packet, and if you don't have this yet, I know some of us had some mailing issues, but you should have this little doodad. It's a master consultant wheel. And what I want you to do super fast is I want you to go through and take your pen or whatever you're using, and I want you to shade in all of the things that you do. So like when you look at that top wheel, if your leads are organized, shade that in. If you print out unit challenges, shade that in. Okay, so go through both wheels and shade in what you do. Both wheels. Do both wheels, shade in what you do. I have marker. Does anyone want a marker? Oh yeah, shoot. Okay, yeah, I'll get you another one. No, I have Crayola. I have the teacher size box. Markers. No, markers. Anybody? Okay, and shade it in really dark so that you can see it. Okay. Okay, so as you guys are filling out, someone said, how do you do all 6 people when they're all staying there? I only do one at a time because I don't have 6 hands. Oh, okay, remember that. Okay, another thing, you guys, that we did not do tonight, just as a side note, if you ever have a party that's over like 6 people, I do it on the back of the hand. Will you make a list for me, Brandy? I'll make a video about that. How to have a $1,000 party on the back of your hand. That's what we're gonna call it. Because we are running out of time. Okay, a couple more seconds to fill it out. Shade everything, top and bottom wheel. Color in everything you do. How to make your kid's mind without losing yours. Yeah, It's a book. That's what I'm reading right now. And how to have a chicken farm. How to make your kids' mind without losing yours. Dr. Kevin Lehman? Lehman? Okay. Everyone go with circles? Are you guys done or still need a couple more minutes? Circles done? Or did all you could do? Yes? Okay, so look at your circles. The top circle, what is one thing that this all has in common on the top? And don't answer if you've already been in Pacesetters.
Goals or mindset.
Goals or mindsets. Okay, what else?
Organization.
What's that?
Organization.
Organization. Do these specific things make you money? These are non-income producing activities. The bottom wheel, do those make you money? So our goal is for you to be heavy on the bottom and on the top too, because you want to be organized. But this is to open your eyes visually to what you're pretending not to know. So I want to share a couple statistics with you. Are you ready for this? Out of all of our Pacesetter participants, 35% turned in voucher 1, which is the lowest number I've had in 7 years. Side note. 85% turned their commitment page into their director. Of the people that turned in the voucher, 85% turned in their commitment page to their director. 91% listened to the daily Voxers. Do those make you money? They're great, but do they make you money? Okay. 63% of the people had 0 interviews. How many of you was it your goal by the end of this month to get into DIQ? So if we've had 0 interviews, how does that work out in the math? What are we pretending not to know? 98% of you watch my Facebook Lives. Are you ready for the fun numbers? 41% of you booked parties. 23% of you sold 500 or more. And then I stopped figuring out numbers. But it's not working because you're not working. And I say that with so much love. And you guys, this is true with I can even say this to myself. So like, I want you guys to know, like, you're going to have seasons in your Mary Kay business when you're going for a goal. And it's all good that we do all the things that make it look pretty and nice and we label everything and whatever. But the nitty gritty of it is, in order to move up in this business, you've got to book, sell, and recruit. And if those things aren't happening, you can't get frustrated about not getting results. You can't get results for the work you didn't do. And that's the bottom line. You can't get results for the work you didn't do. And so one thing that I will ask myself a lot if I feel frustrated is I will say, Leah, what are you pretending to not know right now? What are you pretending not to know? Like, I'll give you a perfect example. Vulnerable, transparent moment. I'm working with my hormone doctor. I think I told you guys, trying to lose all this weight. And we went away this weekend and I totally blew it. And I had rationalized in my head, well, I'm on vacation. I mean, I even told Audrey this whole thing. Like, I never want my kids to see me die on a vacation. But here's the thing. If I was sold out committed, I would have meal prepped for that vacation because I have a deadline for myself. Not for forever, but for this season right now, it's really important. And so the thing that I was pretending not to know was like, oh, 2 days, 3 days won't hurt you. It probably did hurt me a little bit because I had a lot of Bluebell ice cream, okay? It set me back a little bit. And so I have to be real with that. But the good news is I'm not here to beat anyone up. The good news is that tomorrow is a new day. And so I can start over tomorrow. Like, I already have my Costco list. I've got everything I need to prep. And you know what? I'm not going to waste time feeling bad about it. I'm not even going to get on the scale because it's not going to help me. Like, getting on the scale is not going to make me feel good about myself. So I'm not going to do it. And so I don't want you to go back and look at voucher 1, all the things you didn't do. What I want you to do is get on that voucher number 2. You guys, we had 1 year that our number 1 Pacesetter didn't do voucher 1. She killed voucher 2 and 3 because she made a pivotal turning point decision. And that's what I want for you, okay? So this is the other thing that I want to share with you. And Cody and I have really learned this year since he opened a restaurant. If you ever want to have a good laugh, like this is a fun date night, read Yelp reviews. Very humorous, okay? But what we have learned is that our generation is very entitled because we have things instantly, and we're conditioned to believe that everything should be convenient to us, everything. And so, like, for example, like a lot of times Cody's Yelp reviews for his restaurant, they won't be about the quality of the product hardly ever. It will be like he has a gondola in one of his locations and our carpenter hasn't come and made the seating for it. And so we have like a safety sign on it that says, don't sit in here and eat. And so one lady like gave us a 1-star review. She's like, how can you have a gondola in your restaurant and people can't sit in there and eat it or eat in it? And why would you even do that? And there's a sign that says coming soon and it's been like 8 months. That's not soon. Like she had this whole rant and gave us a star when like the intention of Yelp is like, how was your food? Like she said nothing about the food. And so my whole point is that we are all like that, like with different things, maybe not a restaurant, but like, even me, like Amazon Fresh, like I'm a huge fan of Amazon Fresh. And I had one day that the guy was 15 minutes late past the time and I was miffed. I was like, he is late with my order. It was supposed to be here at 3 p.m. and I don't start cooking dinner till 5. It's not a big deal. But you're supposed to be here at 3 p.m. and you showed up at 3:15. I was like, how do I retract the tip? This is not good customer service. And it was like, I needed to just take a moment and be like, maybe he got like car trouble or maybe and then hello, like you have food delivered to you when there's people in Africa that aren't eating and your food is delivered to you. Like, it's so stupid. Like, this is how entitled we become. And so the same is with your business. A lot of us have this attitude of it needs to happen now and it needs to happen on my terms. And I don't care that this Leo girl's teaching me the skincare class because I only want to do it this way and blah, blah, blah. Like, and we become like these little attitude whatever. And we need to remember really for those of you that are my age, our grandparents' generation, like they were apprentices and they learned and they took the people that had been successful and they modeled after them and they didn't try to do it their own way. Like they duplicated it and then figured out their path along the way. And so we've got to stop being entitled. The minute you stop the entitlement, the minute you'll start seeing results. And I say that including to myself, like we have got to stop the entitlement. Okay. The last thing that I want to close with is I'm going to pick on Blair because she just put on lip gloss. And she had a big party this week. So Blair, can you come up here for a minute? It's not anything crazy. Okay. So Blair, everyone, this is Blair. Blair, say hi to everyone.
Hi.
Okay. So Blair, what is your goal in your Mary Kay business? Like now that you've been in for a couple of months now, like 2 months, 1 month, 2 months? Mm-hmm. So what is your goal in Mary Kay?
Like for this month or
just like long term? Like what do you see yourself doing?
I just really want to have a pink car.
She wants to have a pink car, which translates to you want to be a sales director and a good sales director at that. Okay. Yes, okay, awesome. So what does a pink Cadillac represent to your family? Like what would that do for your family?
Gives us choices, gives us opportunity to do things maybe we might struggle to do or not be able to do.
Like what?
I really want to be able to send my kids to private school. And so to be able to send them to that, I need to work hard to get that.
And why is private school important to you?
Because the school that we're looking at is a Christian-based school and it has the values that my family believes in.
Okay, and so it's important to you that your kids are raised in that environment.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so 10 years from now, how old is your oldest right now?
It will be 5 in December.
Okay, so we're like kind of matchy there. Okay, so she's got an almost 5-year-old. So 10 years from now, he's almost 15. So he's in high school. How does it feel that you've had him this whole time in private school? Like, how do you think, like 10 years from now, if you do this, how are you feeling?
Proud of myself that I was able to do that, to give him the opportunity that, that I wouldn't be able to if I hadn't worked hard.
And I went to private school almost my whole life. So I know some of the positive influences and things like that. So how do you think that's going to impact your son's character?
I think it'll have a lot of good impacts because, our world kind of stinks sometimes. There's a lot of, for me and my beliefs, it's not going the way that we believe. And I want him to be able to be a light in the dark world and stand true to what he believes and what he knows.
So it doesn't happen. Let's say you decide not to do this. And so it doesn't create that choice. He's 15. What does it look like in public school on your terms? I'm not saying public school is bad, but for Blair's family. Okay, so just clarify that.
I mean, obviously we can still teach him at home, but not being around like-minded kids and families, I mean, it's going to be a struggle because he's going to be surrounded by that constantly, as opposed to being surrounded by a group of kids that are doing the same things and believe the same things that he does.
Okay, good. Okay, so we're going to do a little demonstration. So Blair, I am your goal. I am your pink car. Pink car, okay? And I represent private school for all your kids. I represent, like, you literally, it was like Jocelyn, I don't know if you heard her message today, but she said she pays I think it was $700 a month for Montessori school, and she does that from her parties. So yay, Jocelyn. So like, you are literally writing checks that are cash out of your checking account. You're not, family's not helping you, like and it's easily to write that. Like, that's what's happening, okay? So I represent that, okay? So I'm gonna stand here, and I'm your goal, and I'm not going anywhere, okay? And I want you to go over against the wall. You guys can't see this, okay? She's going against the wall. Okay, when I say go, I want you to carry yourself as if you were, like, nothing's going to stop you. You're going to get this goal. Like, you're serious. And I want you to show everyone, like, the confidence in your shoulders and, like, okay, how you go for the goal. Okay, so she's over there getting ready with her boots. Oh, it's okay. Okay, so I'm the goal. Okay, so ready? Go ahead. Oh, I forgot something. Hold on. I'm so sorry. Okay. You guys, I forgot to tell you about these sandflies in Galveston. So anyway, what had happened was they were biting us. I have like a gazillion bites on me right now. And Blair's not going after her goal right now. I told her don't let anything stop her, but clearly she's letting something stop her right now. So I'm just going to keep talking about sandflies. And yay, Blair. Okay, go ahead and have a seat. Okay. So Blair, 100% of people that do that exercise always, I think Brandy was the only one that didn't, and she messed up my exercise. But most people, 99% of people. I know. But here's the thing, though. So 99% of people do that, so don't you be embarrassed, okay? But here's the thing. You were following directions, okay? I could have easily been, and I know your mom's a very sweet woman, but I could be your mom saying, hey, don't you think you're moving too fast? Or your husband going, I'm not sure about this. Or your girlfriend going, really, that Mary Kay thing again? And so when I said in the beginning, I said, don't let anything stop you from going after your goal. Like, I want you to show what that looks like. And I stopped her. And that is what a lot of us do when it comes to our goals, because we're really busy listening and looking at the opinions of others or letting life circumstances. So me putting my arm out to Blair could have been, she lost her dad this past year. That's a roller coaster in itself, and I speak from experience. And so there are moments where you can fall back, and instead of honoring his legacy, you could go in a hole for a week, and it's very easy to do that. And so you've got to picture that hand going like, no, that's not what I'm doing. I'm going to move forward, and I'm going to honor him. And so we've got to be very aware of how we operate in those circumstances. We have to be very, very aware and having a singular focus. So one thing that I used to pride myself in is people would say, like, what is your biggest strength? And I would say, I'm an incredible multitasker. And that was one of the worst things that I could say. Because when I say that, it means I do not have the ability to concentrate on something. When you are a multitasker, you don't have the ability to concentrate on something. And it's costing you. Like, if I'm trying to do Mary Kay stuff while I'm with my kids, how do you think my kids feel? You didn't hear Lincoln say to me, oh, your Mary Kay is more important than me. Because when I'm with him, I'm with him. Audrey, we were on vacation this weekend. How much was I on my phone? You didn't even really see me on my phone. Like, I think when the kids were sleeping, I checked a message or two. Otherwise, I was completely checked out. Completely checked out. When you guys got your Voxer messages in the morning, it was when I was putting on my makeup in the morning. Completely checked out otherwise, with my family. But when I'm doing my Mary Kay, not mom guilting. Nope. I'm checked out of that because I'm doing my Mary Kay right now. And I have a singular focus. Did I give the file cabinet example last week? Okay, so this is how I do it, you guys, is that you've got to imagine that your life is a bunch of file cabinets, okay? So I like picturing myself in this beautiful like atrium with all these file cabinets, and one file cabinet is labeled my son's private school tuition. Another one is my marriage. Another one is my grandparents' health. Another one is, my husband's gluten-free diet, because that can get crazy. Another one is, being a mom, homeschooling, being a national sales director, being on an advisory board with Mary Kay, being a mentor, working with a sales director, my relationship with God. Like, you could have all these files, my health, my fitness. Most people operate with all of their drawers open at once. And I want you to imagine that if all these drawers have papers and you have them all open and a gust of wind happens, what happens? Everything gets mixed up and it's chaos. And if you're anything like me, you're like, I cannot deal with this right now, and you shut the door. And remember we talked about procrastination last week? That's what happens, okay? So instead, I open a drawer, deal with it, close it. Open a drawer, deal with it, close it. And that took a lot of practice, and it took a lot of time. But when you do it, you'll free yourself up and you'll feel so much more intentional and on purpose. Okay, I want to share with you guys a quick story about perception, because perception can be very dangerous in Mary Kay. Because I think sometimes, we talked last week about who's writing your story. I think a lot of times we write other people's story without knowing it to justify our own behavior. So Cody and I had just moved to this neighborhood. It was 4 years ago, I think. And Lincoln was really small. And we have like a bunch of houses that are being built around here, but they weren't built yet. And so it was all open fields. In our house, we are near a freeway. And so our housing development, if you go a couple streets up, the freeway is right there. So at that time, there was no houses. So it was like a big empty field, the frontage road, and the freeway. So we were walking. I think Kennedy was she was like in a stroller. She was tiny. And Lincoln and Cody were like running up the mounds of dirt that were, the construction site. We probably shouldn't have been there, but that's what we're doing. So they're running up and down. And then all of a sudden, Lincoln bolts. And I'm seeing Cody, and Cody is not running after him. And this is my husband, who loves my son as much as I do, who protects us, but in that moment, I'm thinking, what are you doing? And I'm seeing Lincoln run out to the freeway. 2-3 years old, beelining for the freeway. He's getting closer. I'm screaming at Cody. I have the baby, so I can't like run. I'm like, get him! What are you doing? Get him! And I am like, if you were a mom and have ever like had your child go missing for a few minutes and you don't know where they're at, there's like a feeling where your stomach is in your throat and you cannot breathe. And in that moment, especially because I did struggle with anxiety, I was like, he is going to get hit by he is going to die. And I'm screaming at Cody, and Cody's just walking along. Finally, Cody hears me screaming like insane, and I think he thought something was wrong with Kennedy, and so he runs over to Lincoln, scoops him up, comes back, and he comes over, and I'm bawling. I'm like, why would you do that? He almost ran out to the freeway. Why would you do that? And I was freaking out. And Cody said, Leah, what are you talking about? And I said, I saw you. He was almost on the freeway. What in the world? And he said, Leah, come here. And we walked to where he was. And you guys, there was probably 3 football fields and a fence. But from where I was looking, my perception told me something completely different. And in the process, I stirred up really negative feeling towards my husband. It took me like 2 days to recover. I'm like, I don't care how far it was. He could have gotten hit by a car. But it scared me that bad. And here's the thing, you guys, is that I wasn't in the reality. My view of Lincoln was not accurate. And I was making a story in my head of how I thought it was. Here's what some of you do. You might think, okay, Leah, I've mentioned before, like we have a nanny and she's part-time. And so you might say, well, I don't want a nanny, so I'm not going to be successful if I don't have a nanny. But what you're not looking at is I don't have a mom who comes and takes my kids for the weekend. I don't have a mother-in-law who helps with my kids. I don't have anyone like that. Like if those of you that have a sister that helps you, like I don't have that. And so 15 hours a week, I have hired help. And so, I had someone say that to me a long time ago, like, well, you have full-time help. I'm like, first of all, I don't. And let's clarify, like, how many hours a week is your son at your mom's house? Because I don't have that. And I'm not saying that in a judgy way, but like people make decisions like, I can't do this because Leah does that and I don't want to do that. Another example would be like, if it's important to you to be home every single night. I never once said to you that you had to work every night of your business. Like if you need to be home 7 nights a week, then you write that story. Jocelyn Pond, who's watching this, you guys, she does parties at 7:30 in the morning. I'm not kidding. She doesn't want stay-at-home moms, and she kills it. I always ask her, I'm like, how are you booking these? Because in my head, I'm always at night, but she kills it. I'll make her make a video on that. She does them early in the morning, not even kidding. But she makes, and again, her husband has a very busy schedule. She doesn't have a lot of childcare help, but she has to make, her daughter and son are in preschool at that time, so she can make that work for her. And so my whole point is you guys are looking at your sales director or your national, and you're like, well, she did, when you don't know their reality. You do not know their reality. You also don't know that I'm in a season right now where my husband is gone a lot because his restaurant, it's their busy season right now. And so I'm kind of like a single mom, so I need the help. And so like when I mentioned like I have someone do the kids' laundry, like that is what I have to do to be able to do my job. And if it's important to you to fold underwear, then you own that, girlfriend. Like, do it. Go for it. And then let what's important to me be important to me. And let's not judge each other. And I'm not saying like people, but like we do that. And I'm just as guilty. Like I'll look at someone and I'll be like, well, she has all this time when I don't know her day-to-day thing. I might like, okay, Alicia, like you're a full-time stay-at-home mom. And if I did not know about your daughter, okay, so her daughter had an accident when she was super little, a drowning accident, and they had a ton of therapy. I mean, how many hours per week? She's still in it. And how old is she now? She's 8 and she's still in it. And it happened when she was 2.5, you guys. But there was a time though where I had no clue. And then you mentioned you were going like 6 days a week or? But what was it at its peak?
Yeah, it was 6 days a week.
6 days a week, 2.5 hours a day. And it was a far drive for you to get there. And so again, had I not, if she had just been like, yeah, my daughter's ill, okay, in my head, it would be really easy to rationalize, well, I mean, you can have time to do this when I don't know her schedule. Like I don't, and so we cannot make these decisions for other people about what they should or should not be doing. You need to do what resonates with you. And so my leaving message to you is change your perception because it's not always what you think it is or it should be. Just like it was with Lincoln not almost getting hit by a truck and everything was fine, okay? All right, you guys, next week is the most fun week. It's fun, and I'm going to be making some more videos this week for you to give you an update because if y'all are sending me llamas, we are in the process of going back and forth making offers, so it's not for sure yet, but we're hoping, so pray for us. But you guys, thanks for being with me this week. I hope that it helped you. I'll do some update videos. If you guys have more questions, just text your sales director and have an awesome week.